4. They'll be seeded, and then they'll go into match play. Then we'll crown champion after that.
Sounds like an absolute blast. Is this Zach Adams here on the left and the red?
Yeah, so
He's just absolutely fired up.
I've known Zach for a long time. I don't think I've ever seen Zach not yell at something. So we're gonna find out real quick if he's dialed in. We got EJ Mcdonald in slot 2. We got Rob Sipple slot 3, and we got Jamie Carr in slot 4.
Would you say it's cheating to be that angry in long drive?
Absolutely not. I feel that you need to have a little bit of anger inside you to be able to hit golf balls a long way. I feel like you got to get a little pissed off. If you're not pissed off, you're not going to put everything into it. So Zach has the ability to just unleash at any given moment, and he's a big human being too.
Yeah,
so.
that's a large person, and he's out here in his best Sunday slacks too. Those things are starting out as a light beige. I think by the end of this event, they're probably going to be a dark beige.
They're going to be a UPS brown.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so same time frame, 6 balls, 2.5 minutes, ladies and gentlemen, and we'll see. The conditions now are just kind of like the regional was. Bobby can attest to that. Hot and no wind.
Oh, EJ Mcdonald right down the frickin' middle. That's how you start an event right there. I wish I started my day like that.
Hard fought battle in the regional earlier today. Going OB in the first set. That was tough. I think you hit more than anybody else.
I think I probably
you did because Travis went through on the winners bracket. So,
well, you know what was scary for me is I went OB, but they weren't close. They were not. I mean, I think I hit some out of the driving range on the left side over there.
Yeah.
And so it's like, okay, this is no bueno, but we got it done. Oh, he likes that one. Zach Adams rips one.
So left to right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, Zach Adams, slot 1 hitting blue. EJ McDonald, slot 2 hitting green balls. That's going to be OB left from him. Rob Sipple in slot 3 hitting the orange balls. And Jamie Carr in slot 4 hitting the pink balls. And again, this is kind of like how would you approach this, Bob? You got 3 rounds basically to be the top 9. I mean, would you try to put one in play and then go after it, or would you put one in play and go after it, or would you just try to hit quality shots?
Well, I think this grid, I mean, what is this grid, like 6 yards wide? So I think
on the screen it probably looks that way.
It probably does on the screen. Well, shit, I mean, it started to look like it was 6 inches wide for me there for a little while, but I'll tell you this. I think you got to develop a shot shape that you know is going to work for you, whether it's a left to right or right to left. I'm sure for most guys that means left to right, a little bit more reliable. You started at that telephone pole just left of the grid, and you hit a couple in play, and then you take rips.
Yeah.
If you're aiming down the middle of the grid and you got both misses and you're taking rips at it from the get-go, it doesn't take much for you to be 4 balls in, and now you're under pressure.
Yeah, and you gotta start getting a little tight on the last 2. So I honestly want to say that EJ is probably the only guy that's got a ball in right now. Usually Zach Adams screams at one that goes in the grid. He's got that old school mentality, playing some mental mind games with the other hitters.
He did scream. Oh, there it is.
So there's one. That ball's going to be OB right though.
I love the fire with Zach Adams. He's what the sport needs. People will come out to watch Zach Adams.
That's it. He's an entertainer. People want to be entertained. It's kind of like Gladiator. So coming up, we got the hometown boy in the on the tee box and Chris Hall. We're gonna have Timothy Sickink, Daryl McCummings, Chris Hall, and then David Mobley. Mobley, obviously, multiple world champion. Just smooths it out there, just grooves it all the time. Won our last event in LaSalle, Colorado. Won the senior event there. So
there he is.
There he is. Just always take it. Just put it on there. Just leave it right here, bud. So as Mobley walks up, he's got his ice towels. He's got his headphones on.
He looks like my neighbor, the accountant, right now with his outfit and glasses on. It looks like he just got off work and he's
going to hit a small bucket.
Yeah, exactly.
Chase some daylight.
You know what I think is cool about the senior division is, when you get to a certain age, you kind of automatically have a bit of an unassuming vibe about you because you're a little older, right? And nobody assumes you're going to rip balls 400 yards when you're 50 plus.
Right.
But how fun it must be for some of these guys to show up and play in a men's league or show up with some buddies and just absolutely, and they're like, because some of us long drive guys in the younger division, you kind of give off a vibe and a look like Martin Borgmeyer. You're not surprised.
Right.
Ball 400 yards.
Right.
There's no shock there. I mean, obviously it's shocking to watch him hit, but these guys get to show up, and everybody's like, "Wait, what?"
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's got to be fun. I get that to look forward to.
There you go. The results from that first round, actually, E.J. Mcdonald was 336, and Zach Adams did have one in the grid. He went 341.
Okay.
Rob Sipple and Jamie Carr had no balls in the grid. So right now we got left to right. We got Timothy Sickink in slot 1 hitting blue balls. We got Daryl McCummings in slot 2 hitting the green balls. Chris Hall, the Memphis hometown boy, which, he might be 50, but Chris Hall's in really good shape. I don't know if you've ever watched any of his Instagram videos, but he does some crazy stuff, especially those like nutty push-ups.
It looks like he could play in the league.
Yeah.
I was doing a charity event last week in Nashville, and I ran into Eddie George.
Oh yeah, Eddie. I saw Eddie at a charity event 2 months ago, and he looks like he could still play.
It's unbelievable. I thought I was a relatively large person. It's like no. You're nothing.
That ball from Chris is good.
That's really good. Yeah. Chris just hammered one down the middle. Nice bounce. You do get some nice bounces on this grid. It's not by no means dry.
Yeah, there's still some soft spots out there. I was talking to Spencer, who's our host this week, Spencer McDaniel, Memphis. I call him Memphis royalty. He said they haven't had rain in about a week and a half. So there's definitely, they've been watering it, but there's definitely some soft spots out there. But it's running pretty good. I mean, you hit some big nuggets this morning. What was your long one? 390?
393.
393.
A couple in the 390s and a bunch in the 380s. I think that tomorrow, obviously, unless we get some strange wind, there's going to be plenty of balls 400 plus. So I'm going to have to find myself another 10.
Well, we'll see what happens because Memphis plays tricks on your mind. You know what I mean? Think you hit it good. You think you hit it good when it went. 50,
no question.
Hit it 50, and then the next ball you hit, you're like, whatever, and it goes 80.
Yeah.
So
no question. It's kind of a surprise. It literally is you turn around and you kind of have an idea how far it goes, but you just want to be pleasantly surprised.
Oh, definitely.
So Mobley, he looks a
he's
little bit frustrated right now.
Well, he's on. Mobley is a tactician, right? Like he wants to hit one specific spot. He's had some issues. He's had some issues with his wrist, his elbow. He said he had a golfer's elbow, so he's wearing a little pressure pack or whatever you want to call it on it. So he was having issues. He was having issues in LaSalle in Colorado, saying that his wrist was hurting him. So Mobley's never been one to hit all balls either. So he leaves one on the tee there.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I don't know if I've seen that before.
Well, Mobley came up when he started. There was 40-yard wide grids, and it was 4 balls. So he's used to taking his time, getting 4 balls, and making sure he hits quality golf shots. That's where his strength is. So
can't teach a old dog new tricks.
No,
right?
and he's been around for a long, long time. So
I think I had a set today, and I'm like the opposite. I had a set today where I had literally like a minute. Left after all the balls.
I was talking to Robbie, and during it, and I was like, what's crazy is the fact that how fast these guys are moving through sets.
Hello, Mr. Mobley. Good, man. How are you doing?
You doing good?
Yeah, I got it done today.
Wow. So there you go. So Chris Hall, his first ball was 330. He's the only one who had a ball in the grid. Timothy Sickink, Daryl McCummings, and David Mobley all OB. So, like we said, Mobley looked a little tight, but he how he is. He tries to hit one specific spot, and that's what he focuses on the whole set. So Zach Adams just hit a high ball down the middle. So this set we got Russell Sconyers in slot 1. It's going to be his first time hitting. We got Troy Cayley in slot 2. It's his first time hitting. Then we got Zach Adams and EJ Mcdonald. Now that's their second time hitting. We're just doing that as a wraparound, just so guys aren't. So there's 4 guys on the tee box, and to help kind of move this along.
I like. Oh baby.
So that's a good ball from Zach. I mean, he plays a big high cut, and that's going down the right side. We'll see if that stays in or not. Russell Sconyers, he's got one down the middle.
There it is. Russell just hammered with that blue ball. It's a
tough.
miracle when I see it, man. I tell you what.
It's funny. Your dad came up to me while you were after you're hitting, and he was like, I got a comment. I was like, what? You hate the blue balls? He said, I can't see him. I said, there's not one person in this earth or on this earth that likes the blue ball. Not one.
Well, remind me of your wife's name.
Megan.
Megan can see the blue balls.
She's the only one.
She's a friggin' magician.
Yeah, she's the only. That's why she calls the blue balls, because she could see them a lot better than anybody else. So
she could charge whatever she wanted. Supply and demand. The supply is one.
Yeah.
One of her.
Yeah, exactly.
And without her, we can't do the events with the blue balls.
There you go.
She's probably the most valuable person out here.
You got to work with the resources
seriously,
you got.
Think about it. If you don't have Megan watching the blue balls, then what do?
You put
You
four
guess?
people. You put 4 people down there, and hopefully that one of
Yeah.
them see it.
Yeah, it just gives me an excuse. I kind of like the blue balls. It gives me an excuse. I'm like, oh, well, I only hit them
Oh,
poorly because I couldn't see
I
'em.
can't see him. There you go. I don't know how to make an adjustment.
The key is to have about 5 or 6 built-in excuses before you enter a competition.
That way
That's the
you
key.
just pluck them out when you need them.
It's never my fault, obviously. So
Yeah, it's always that. It's never the Indian, always the hero,
Exactly.
so to speak. So again, it's hot out here, folks. There's no both that ball from Troy
man.
and from Zach are both going to be OB right. I believe EJ's got a ball in.
Russell's in
play.
Zach's in play.
Zach hit 2 in.
I think Troy is in play.
Troy's
I
in
think he
play.
hit
I
one of
don't.
his first
I don't
balls on
think.
the
Yeah,
left.
I think his first one was just kind of a little bunt out there, get one in play, and then go after it. So he's going to hit 2 more times. He knows he's kind of been in this format before, where you got kind of free reign. You got 2 more times to be, one of the top 9 longest guys.
So what's our total number that we're drawing 9 guys from?
I believe 11 is what we have.
Okay.
I believe 11. 10. Actually, 10.
10 for.
Yeah, we had 10. We had a couple guys pull out of the senior division. Unfortunately, Jeff Gavin's not going to be here. He was, I believe he's sick. We had a couple guys whose flights got canceled and weren't going to make it in time as well. So it got dwindled down a little bit. Unfortunately, put us in a bad number. So that's why we're doing this. Try to make it fair to the guys. Try to give them enough. Nobody likes going 0-2 in a barbecue when you go into points round or double elimination. But we're trying to let them hit as much as possible, or get enough rounds into where they feel, they got something out of it. Basically, we're going to eliminate one guy.
Yeah, no.
One guy's going to be pissed off after these 3.
Exactly. So what you've done is you've put one person in a situation where they don't know how they're going to go home to their wives at night. So that's nice.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you just don't want to make it the biggest guy in the field. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Again, it's not a breath of wind, not a stitch of wind.
Nothing.
It's just
ideal conditions except for that little 5-yard grid up there.
Yeah.
Can I identify as 50 so I have a chance to win an event?
No, you cannot.
Oh, okay. I was checking.
Because
Kyle Berkshire.
The reason
because
I tried already. That's
okay.
the reason I already tried. So, all right, this group we're gonna have Rob Sipple, slot 1, Jamie Carr, slot 2, Timothy Sickink, slot 3, and Daryl McCummins, slot 4. So left to right on your screen, slot 1, slot 2, slot 3, slot 4.
So is that Timothy and is that Jamie in slot 2?
Yeah, Jamie Carr's in slot 2. He looks like he can probably fight a battleship and win.
So Jamie, what has impressed me most about what I've seen so far is Jamie's calves.
Yes.
And I'm very envious because I have stick legs. I don't know what happened. It's like, okay. And you know what's funny? At the beginning of the year, I pulled a calf muscle. It's like, I don't have any calves. How do you pull?
How do you pull a muscle
it's
you
like,
don't have?
It's like John Daly said, he never gets hurt because you can't pull fat.
You can't pull fat. Can't pull fat.
Yeah.
Shout out to JD. He's awesome. Big fan of long drive too. He's always been a big supporter and a fan. So
Whoa.
that ball from Jamie's going to be OB right. We're not getting that one back.
Oh,
That
and
ball
then we
from
see
Timothy.
I saw 2 very interesting ball flights back to back. That's fun to watch. There we go.
Daryl.
No,
Oh,
down the right
that
side.
one's going to leak out right. Let's see if Rob Sibble can put one in play.
Man,
That one's going to be OB as
Revenue.
well. So
somebody needs to hit the center of the face here.
yeah. Well, it's pressure, right?
It's
Like
elusive.
gotta stay loose. A little bit of pressure here to be. You don't want to be the one guy going home, right?
That's
The
right.
first man out. So a little pressure. It's hot. These guys have been here for an hour and a half hitting balls, getting warmed up. That ball from Daryl's going to be OB right. Think Phil Mickelson would be jealous of Jamie's calves?
What's that?
You think Phil Mickelson would be jealous of Jamie's calves?
I think they're probably pretty close. I think Phil's calves seemed a little tanner, so the definition.
It
You
looks a
know.
little better.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
if Jamie,
There it
baby.
is. 6 ball. Good
Big
ball by
from
Jamie.
Jamie.
Right center.
I think
Yeah,
he
that-
really got
yep.
his calves into that one.
I couldn't.
Jesus, I mean, I'm.
What's
I
the
can't keep
what
my
is
eyes
the
off
what is the medical term for calves? What's the medical term for that? muscle?
gastrocnemius?
Yeah, there you go.
I know it because I
I
tore
never
it.
I never get it right. It's such a long word.
I think there's a couple different muscle fibers in there, but the inside, the bigger part of your calf is the gastroc.
There you go. Look at that, folks. You get it's educational and golf.
I'm not
Educational and
quite
golf.
as dumb as I look. It's close, but
All right, so we'll get some final results from that. I believe Jamie might. He's probably going to be the only one in that group that had a ball in the grid. This will be an interesting group here. We're going to have Chris Hall, the hometown boy, in slot 1. Chris actually won this event last year in the senior division, so he's a defending champ. So he's looking to go back to back. We got David Mobley in slot 2, obviously multiple world champion.
good group of hitters here.
Yeah, Russell Sconyers in slot 3, and then Troy Cayley, who is he's won a few PLDA tour events. So this will be a fun group to watch.
Well, Jamie. Hey, Jamie. Bobby Ray, nice to meet you. Can you teach me your calf exercise? I can't keep my eyes off him.
Yeah,
That's my problem. I have none, so I'm very jealous.
Bobby is very envious of Jamie's calves. So all right, so Jamie was the only one with a mark that set. So he went 320 in that last set.
Yeah, that was a nice
All the
ball
other-
he hit.
All the other guys went OB. So here you go. This is gonna be an interesting set. I feel like all these guys will put a ball in play. Put a ball in
All right,
play.
I'm watching Dave Mobley on this first one here. Let's see if he can get off to a better start.
The ball from Chris is going to be OB left. Ball from Russell is going to be OB right. I think Troy hooked his. And there's your David Mobley
That's going to be close.
signature drop kick
That
right
should be
there.
good. Dave Mobley
That's
hit one down the right
line.
side of the grid. He's in.
That's in.
I don't think he hit that one particularly well, but now he can swing.
Sounded like a little high on the face. But it's a mark for him, which is better than he did his last set, which he's going to be happy with. Chris Hall just hit one
Baby.
nice big high ball down the left center.
The cream of the crops kind of starting to emerge here. I'm not going to name names, but I'm seeing a few guys
That ball
early
from
on
Russell.
that I'm seeing hitting it well today.
That ball from Russell is going to be OB right. There's
Okay,
David.
there it
That's
is.
a better ball from David. That's the spot he wants to hit. Let's see if it stays in. It's kind of wasn't drawn, just a straight ball.
Oh.
That's
stayed
going to stay
Bad
in.
bounce, though.
Yep, that's going to stay in. It's landed soft.
Weak bounce.
Russell, that ball's going from Russell's going to be OB left. So Chris has definitely got a mark. David's got a mark. I believe Troy's got a mark, but I don't know where he's at. Usually he makes some sort of gesture that he hit one in, so I don't know where he's at right now. That's going to be OB left from Troy. And David is just, I mean, you could probably throw a blanket on all of David's balls right now.
This is an absolute pleasure watching Dave Mobley hit a golf ball.
Chris's last ball is going to be OB left. Yeah, you could probably throw a very small towel on David's first 3 balls. And that's
I wouldn't go
is-
that far. It has to be at least a medium-sized
the
towel.
medium si- a Holiday Inn
Small,
size.
yeah, right.
That's classic Dave Mobley, right? He tries to hit one spot and he will do it.
Yeah, I think he was disgusted with himself after OB the first set.
Went
And,
back and
that
went
ain't
back
gonna
and-
happen again. There it
there's-
is. I mean,
there's
every ball he's
4.
hit's been.
Yeah, that's 4 in the same exact spot. So he's probably going to be done. He doesn't like to hit a lot of balls. His wrist has been hurting him, so he knows where his number is, and he knows the game because that's a good ball from Chris too. He knows the game. He's just trying to get in the top 9 right now. So
In this new format, right, where we have everything timed, everybody's hitting at the same time. Have you seen somebody hit one and just say that's enough? Have you seen a one and done yet?
So I've never seen somebody start with 2 minutes and 30 seconds and hit one ball and then sit back. I have seen somebody late to the tee at a world championship one year, very long time ago, probably 2009 or 10. They called his name. He did not. She showed up with 45 seconds on the clock and literally sprinted to the tee box. He teed a ball up, hit one 412, and walked off as the winner. So,
yeah.
I have seen that. I have not seen it from the beginning, hit one, and then somebody sit down. But I've seen it from the end where they just walked up, had enough time to tee it up, line it up, hit it one time, absolutely nuked it, and walked off.
That's unbelievable. I love that.
Walked off to the next round.
Yes, you talk about hitting one and being done. Obviously, that example you gave was on accident.
Yeah.
I feel like, if you're one of the big boys, the biggest hitters in the world, you know that list. If you rip one, and especially in a double elimination format where you're the biggest, baddest guy, why not just hit one right down the middle and walk off like you're all that in a bag of chips? I mean, I can't do that because I'm not that fast, but if I was the fastest guy in the world and I hammered one down the middle, I'd just big league it and walk right back to my practice station.
Yeah.
What do we call that, by the way? Is there a long drive name for your little station over there that you're?
No, I mean, it's just your practice spot. I think that I feel like that would be karma kicking you right in the butt. It would kind of catch you and kick you right in the butt. You know what I'm saying? Like, you hit one and all of a sudden you disrespect. It's a little bit of a disrespect. I mean, it's a big league move, but it's a little bit disrespectful,
It's disrespectful.
right? Because if you do that to me,
Oh baby,
if you do that to me and I beat you, you best believe I'm
yeah.
gonna come over and I'm gonna make sure that that your one ball wasn't good enough.
Right.
I'm gonna make
Yeah.
sure that it wasn't good enough. So I don't know if we have anybody that maybe they're not ballsy enough to do that. I mean, I would say, but
well, I think that what if you're the best in the world and you do stuff like that and you create. See, villains are good for sports.
Oh, of
Think
course,
about Barry Bonds.
all day.
Barry Bonds was unbelievable for the game
Canseco.
of baseball. Yeah, exactly. So we need some big, strong, just nobody wants to mess with guy that's the best in the world, and he just does stuff like that, and everybody hates him, but everybody loves to watch him. That's
It's like
it's all
watching a
about being
train. It's like a
marketable.
train wreck, right? Like everybody wants to see a train wreck. You can't look away.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, man, I hate that guy, but it's
Yeah,
never a bad
I've
thing.
never seen anybody do one. I've seen somebody yell at it. You know what I mean? Knowing that they, and knowing what the ball was that they had to beat. Obviously, Kyle did it in Rochester in 2019. I mean, he won every single set. I mean, I think his senior, he had the hammer in every match play, and he went one and done in the first 2 matches, and then he beat Martin in the finals, I believe.
Oh, yeah, right.
And,
So the old format, you can obviously do
Yeah, you
that.
could do one and done, but that was just because you didn't need to hit it anymore. You
Right.
know, so I kind of like the format that the PLDA has. We do it where there's 4 guys on the tee. You're seated, so you got 1-8, 1-8, 5-6. I mean 4-5. Sorry, 1-8, 4-5 on the tee box together. So it's everybody's hitting at the same time. It creates a little bit more drama. You got more people got a little more skin in the game at that point, I think. So it's better, I believe.
I do love the format. I'd never competed, with the old format, so I have nothing to compare it to. But I enjoy it.
It's been good. I feel like it. If you guys at home like that format, let us know. We'll go into the chat here and see if we can answer some questions. John Graves said, "In the top 9 format, are we looking at the 3 groups or 3?" So the group of 9 is actually going to be a round robin. So we can do the points format. We can do the round robin format and do points with a group of 9. You just do 4 rounds. So that last set, EJ Mcdonald 322, Zach Adams went 336. So
what's our long of the day right now with these guys?
I believe Zach Adams has got the long ball right now.
What'd Mobley go last set? He had 4 balls.
I did not hear. My microphone was malfunctioning. I needed Robbie to come over here and save the day with batteries.
Okay, ball right down the middle.
So right now we got Tim Sekink in slot 1. We got Daryl McCummings in slot 2. Chris Hall in slot 3, and then of course David Mobley in slot 4. So that ball from Mobley. That's slot 4. David likes to hit like a little push draw, and right now he's trying to play a kind of a straight push almost, and it's cutting on him a little bit. That ball from Chris Hall is going to be that's going to be a good ball. That's going to be on the left side. So we'll see if that gets a little bit of a rollout.
You know who ripped one first ball of the set is Daryl McCummings.
He had a great ball. One. Yeah, he had a great ball right down the middle.
And he needed that. He needed a little confidence booster at a rough first set.
Yeah. Somebody asked where Kyle is. Kyle's in the building. Kyle's actually sitting right behind us watching.
Dave Mobley hammered one down that left side.
Yeah, Kyle's not going to be in this division for a very long time. This is the senior division, ladies and gentlemen.
What is the age? Is it 50 plus?
45.
45.
So 45 years old is where the senior division starts.
I need to get my dad to sign up. He hits it at least 210, 220.
There used to be divisions back in the old LDA days when it was the old Remax days. They had they had senior, super senior, grand champion, masters, legends. You know Rick Barry? You ever heard of Rick Barry?
I have heard of Rick Barry.
So 3-time NBA champion, right?
Yeah.
He was like a 2-time world champion in long drive.
Would you say that has something to do with his natural athleticism, or you think it's completely unrelated?
I would say both. Say both because you can't be a professional athlete without having some sort of athleticism, but at the same time, you can't just come out and be a long driver either.
No, there's no question. But I think that the thing that separates, us long drivers and normal golfers is, you have to be borderline elite athleticism. In our own way. And I think, look at golf, they're athletes, but it's a different kind, right? To create the speed that we're creating, it's not like everybody can just work at it and create that max speed. Everybody has a ceiling, right? So clearly the guy was gifted enough to do that. Fast twitch muscles and all that good stuff. I think the only guy that's probably would argue with you would be Bryson, but the fact that he, what he did to gain the speed, obviously he was fast before. He just decided to put it to the test and learn how to be that way, and has pushed it to the limit. Would Bryson say that anybody has the capability to create massive speed? I don't think he's got a ceiling. Yeah, I don't think that he would agree to say that they could work to get massive speed. I think he would say that they can work to get faster. Like you and I were having the conversation earlier. Usain Bolt,
world record, 100-meter world record holder. The guy was an athlete, right? Would probably be a half decent sprinter no matter what he did. But the fact that he trained, he became the fastest in the world, right? But to your point, there was some sort of elite athleticism there to be able to do that.
It's always a combination if you want to be the best in the world.
Correct.
I think you can if you're an unbelievable athlete, you can lean on that alone to have success. But if you want to be the best, you can't just, there's not a single athlete in the history of the world that's been the best without working at it.
Right.
So it's definitely a combination of the two, but my opinion is not anybody can do this. That's my opinion.
No, I agree. I would agree. I would agree.
There's some physical limitations.
These are the top 1% of guys. Yeah, these are the top 1% of guys, golfers.
Yeah.
And not even 1%, 0.5%. In the world that can swing at these speeds for this long to maintain it and keep it moving. So we're waiting on some numbers back.
I mean, that's that's the most balls I think I've ever hit at that speed.
Yeah.
Today I had 9 sets. I about died out there. Seriously, I almost died.
And the 90-degree heat and 100% humidity didn't help.
And I have hyperhidrosis, so I drank like 7 bottles of water, and that wasn't even enough.
Yeah. I want to. So Becca, Scotty's wife, says you got to have a supportive wife. Yeah. I would agree. You got to have that person that's going to back you up too. Shout out to Becca. She's like momager. Is that what you call them? Momager? They're like a mom and a manager all in one. A momager.
Mm-hmm. That's what they call them.
Yeah. When I started, when I was 21, I had a momager.
I have a dadager.
Dadager. Yeah. Is that? There you go.
My daddy came down from St. Louis with me. We hopped in the car, and he drove, and he insisted on carrying my bag. Like he's the best.
He's like, you're not going to lift a finger. You're going to be fresh.
I don't deserve him.
Not all.
I think some people are wired different, though. Some people don't need encouragement. Some people need shit talking. Like, Zach Adams, for example. I feel like he's one of those guys. Just fire him up. Tell him he sucks, and he'll hit it 20 yards.
There are different ways for that guys get hype. You know what I mean? Like if you tell some guys like it when you tell them they can't do something, that gets them fired up. And then some guys need the pat on the back, and it makes the biggest difference in the world. So everybody's different. You
know what I've noticed, Landon, is for some reason I have a death grip on this microphone. It's starting to hurt my hand. It's not going anywhere. Why am I squeezing it? I have white knuckles right now. Idiot.
It's just,
I'm an idiot. Why did you let me be on this? You don't let idiots be on a public broadcast. Why did you guys have me?
There are plenty of idiots on public broadcasts. Let's just be honest about that. So,
that's what's wrong with our world right now.
There's a lot of idiots on broadcasts. So, but now this is fun.
So you're saying I'm an idiot? You're supposed to disagree. You're supposed to say no. You're not.
I was conveniently.
You're changing the subject. Right?
I was conveniently agreeing with you. Well, you can also laugh at or talk about yourself. I wouldn't say I'm an idiot. I would just say that I'm an enthusiastic long.
Who, you?
Yeah.
I would say that's a good. I would say
I've been in it so long that I know.
If you were single and you had a Tinder, that would be your bio.
That'd be my
enthusiastic
long
driver who's a nerd.
Yeah. And who has useless knowledge.
No, it's definitely not useless. If long drive didn't exist, then it would be useless.
Exactly.
But it does exist.
Becca did not. She corrected us. It's not momager. It's wifeager. Wifeager. Sorry, Becca. Sorry.
Well, there's momagers too.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on how old you are.
Exactly. Well, she's a momager for the kids. That's what it is. She's a wifeager for. There was a discrepancy, I think, in going on there to get that sorted out. So we're coming back here, trying to finish this up here. We got Russell Scanier in slot 1. We got Troy Cayley in slot 2. Rob Sipple slot 3, and then we got Tim Sikink in slot 4. Wendy Gavin, she's in the chat room. Jeff Gavin's lovely wife. She's a wifeager, I'm sure. Maybe not in the way Jeff needs it. She keeps him in check, though, so I know who wears the pants, Wendy. Don't worry.
Russell hammered one down that right middle. That's definitely in play. Good start for him. Is Megan a wife of your?
Yes and no, when she wants to be. It depends on if our kids are running around crazy. So that ball from Troy Cayley, that's down the left side.
I think that stayed in.
Yeah, it looked like it stayed in. Took a hop. Took a big hop, so we'll see if that rolled out or not. Tim Sakink, that ball is going to be OB left. The ball from Troy is going to be leaking a little too far right. It's going to be OB right. Rob Sipple's going to be OB right.
Troy's
that ball from Troy stayed in, so they did stay in.
That's that bounce I got earlier today to move on.
Yeah, you got. I called it. I called it. I said you got the miracle bounce. I said the only way it stays in if he gets the miracle bounce, and it definitely did.
God, I was OB set to start.
Oh, good ball.
Disaster. Oh, there we go by Troy.
Good ball.
There's clearly something that not to speak so much on myself, but what I've learned today is the nerves do have an impact on.
Yeah, no, I know it's good. You need,
but there's not a coincidence that my 2 worst sets of the day today in the qualifier were my first set and my last set.
Yeah.
2 worst sets.
Yeah.
Every other set I had 380 plus pretty much.
It's hard. It's funny how you say that because it speaks to the mental concentration that comes into play, right? Like, Mobley is a master at it. I think Kyle's a master at it. I mean, obviously Tiger, right? That was his. Everybody said that was his 15th club, right? He was able to concentrate and make the putt that he needed to make when he needed to make it. So it's funny. And then all of a sudden you look up and you're like, holy crap, I'm in the finals and I got to hit a ball.
That's what happened to me.
Yeah.
And I went and threw up behind the tent.
Pulled a little Colton Cast.
I need some food, dude.
Put a little Colton Cast though.
Has he done that?
He throws up before every
does he?
Every match.
I mean,
every tournament.
What it means is it means something to him, and you got to love that, right?
Yeah, I said that deep fire that just is like you want to go out and just do the best you can.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. All right, so that's gonna finish it up. We're gonna try to get the final numbers, see who our top 9 moving on is, and then. Like I said, we're going to roll into a 9-man round robin. We're going to do four rounds, 9 point, or 9-man, 4 rounds.
All right, we have the standings over here on the laptop. Robbie's got them for us.
Wendy, the other gentleman on the broadcast with me is Mr. Bobby Ray. He's a beautiful human. It's probably too pretty for all the guys out here. He's just a pretty man.
That's the nicest thing anybody's ever said.
So we got our top 9 here, Bobby.
Yeah, we got our top 9, and it goes as follows. And excuse me if I mess up some of these names. I'm not very bright. I can barely read. We got
Bobby
Dave
Ray's
Mobley
coming in clutch with the waters.
In first, we got Zach Adams, number 2.
That man
EJ Mcdonald, 3. Chris Hall, 4. Troy Cayley, Jamie Carr, Russell Sconiers, Daryl McCummings, and then Rob Sipple, I'm sorry, is the one ending that group. And then we got Timothy. Give me Timothy's last name so I don't. Sakink. Timothy Sakink just missed it. So unfortunate for him, but we got a good group of guys, and everybody's warming up too. What was
the longest ball? Was it Zach?
Yeah. So 3-5-4 by David Mobley.
Well, Mobley. It's probably that set that he hit 4 balls because I mean he literally hit 4 in the same spot.
Nuked.
Yeah, they were good balls.
Everybody's warming up. Everybody's and what's funny is that there's not a coincidence again as their first few sets are not going to usually be your best.
No.
You got to find a groove. You got to find how am I actually releasing the club when it actually matters.
Settle down.
One way on the range, and it is not necessarily a direct correlation between how you're hitting it. So we're finally got down to our top 9. Oh, we got a playoff.
Oh, we got a playoff here.
Oh, Rob Sipple and Timothy Sakink. We got a playoff here to find out who goes home and who moves on. So talk about nerves.
I tell you one thing. I don't think I've ever been to a tournament this year with the PLDA that we've had more playoffs than this tournament so far.
It's unbelievable.
We had what 4 or 5 playoffs today.
At least.
In the regional?
I thought
and this
that
is
our
another
regional
playoff?
was going to carry on into 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It was like, I think I was in the 4th group in the regional, and I was like, am I ever going to? I finished off my bucket of balls.
Yeah.
And I'm too cheap to buy another one, so I'm running out there, picking them up like a little kid.
That's your quintessential long driver. You hit the whole bucket, and you're like, I don't want to stop. So you run out there and you pick up 4 or 5 more. You know what I mean?
For agility,
So it's always one more.
Bullets left and right.
It's always one more.
That's
One more.
Right, exactly.
One more. Always one more.
I think that, my first event of the year was out in Mesquite, and I'd never done a long drive competition before. And I moved into the top 16, and I just absolutely died out there,
Yeah.
And part of my problem is I hit way too many balls on that practice range. So there's a lot of learning in this sport. It's not as simple as go up and rip it.
Oh,
every
absolutely.
single event. This is my fourth event, and I've learned something new every single event. So there's no question, and people may not think it, but there's no question that experience matters. Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, it definitely does. I mean, I remember that my first regional I ever went to, forever ago, was in 2005. 2005. That was my first regional I ever went. I'm 197 in long drive years.
Right.
In long
That's
drive,
a very real statistic.
in long drive years, I'm 197. No, I'll be 39 in July. So, but I'm closer to the senior division than I am be staying in the open. And let's put it that way. But
here we go.
All right, that first ball from Tim is going to be OB right. Rob Sipple going to do the same thing. OB right. They're going to get 6 balls here. 2.5 minutes, 6 balls. Normally we do a 3-ball playoff, but because this is the last man in, they're going to do a 6-ball playoff because one of them's going to go home. So give them the opportunity to hit as many balls as possible. That ball from Tim is going to be. It's trying to come back.
That might take a bounce right.
It might. That ball's
there
gonna
it
be,
is. That's in the grid.
That's going to be OB right from Rob Sipple.
Tim's in the grid. I don't think it's particularly long, but he's in there, and now he can let it go. Because you got to remember, neither one of these guys has hit a ball in the grid yet. Yep. So,
as long as you get a mark,
squeezing it tight, and Tim's got one in. So
that ball's going to be OB left from Tim.
I'm going to be watching Rob now. Can Rob step up and get one in the grid?
That ball's going to be OB.
So I think Rob's hitting down on it a little bit.
Yeah, a little. It's probably a little. There's a little bit of fatigue in there, perhaps a little bit of fatigue. Not really moving the lower body as much. Yep. That ball from Tim is going to be OB right. That ball from Rob is going to be OB.
Yeah, I believe Rob's OB again. So
that's
moving. How many's Rob got left?
We got 2 balls left. I got a minute left. 2 balls. That's going to be Tim's 5th. I think that's a little bit of a pop up. I don't know if that's going to be a qualifying drive. It's in the middle, but.
What is the qualifying number? Shows how much I know.
For the senior division, it's 260.
Okay.
It has to be a minimum of 260.
Okay. Here we go. Rob needs the ball in play here desperately.
Oh,
stay
wow!
In, Rob.
It's cut. It's just
a good bounce.
That's just cutting. That's going to be OB.
Yeah.
Yeah, 260 is a qualifying drive for the senior division. For the ladies, it's 240. Unfortunately, we don't have the ladies division at this tournament. So 260 is what it needs to be. So Rob's down to his last ball. He's got 20 seconds left.
We'll see what he's made of.
Yeah, see if he can 6-ball it here. Get the magic 6-ball going on.
He actually hit that one solid, but it's going to tail off.
It's
going to
tail off. Yep. Then it's going to be OB. I think it's going to be.
I don't know if Tim qualified though. He didn't hit his ball in the grid particularly well. I don't know if it's that 260 mark or not.
Yeah, we'll have to find out and see if it's a qualifying drive. If it's a mark, he's going to go through. If not, then they're going to do a 3-ball playoff. Scott, I believe Jeff was sick. I think that's why he didn't show up. He had to unfortunately pull out. So we're missing Jeff. We're missing Jeff here. Wish he was definitely here. He's awesome to watch. Definitely a good guy, good competitor. But I think he got sick, and that's the reason he's not here, Scott. And as we said earlier, we had some guys unfortunately had to pull out due to sickness. I think we had a couple other ones that flights were canceled. They wouldn't have gotten here in time. All right, so there you go. So Timothy Sekink's drive did qualify 284. So he's going to move on. Rob Sipple's going to be the first man out with no marks there in that playoff. So we've got your top 9 now. We're going to get them seated and situated, and then we're going to roll right into a 9-man, 4-round round-robin points format. We're going to take the top 4 out of that. They'll be seated based on points in the top 4. 4 guys will be on the tee box. Take the top 2. They'll move into the championship match, and then we'll crown a winner for the Bluff City Shootout Senior Division. Matthew Love, looking at the comments here. The grid, we've been talking to Spencer, who is our super host here. He's grid's been dry. There are some soft spots out there. Bobby can attest to it. There's a couple soft spots out there. For the most part, the grid is getting a little rollout for sure. Bobby had the long ball this morning at 93. But you did hit that one good. I saw that ball. You did actually center punch that one.
that was probably the only ball I hit dead center of the face with the flight I wanted
Right.
today. You know, I'm not saying I didn't hit any other good ones, but that was the one
that you
okay.
felt the best about.
And that was actually the first ball of the set. I think it was kind of near the end, and I kind of looked back at my dad and gave a little fist bump. Like,
Yeah.
we're through.
We're good.
Know? So that's always nice to do that on that first ball.
Yeah. So
Why don't I do that every time?
Yeah, like
it's not that hard.
You know, it's funny. Like I always hear people always say that, oh, I could hit that far with your driver, or if I had it a long driver, I'd hit it that far. And then that's why my Tinder profile would be long drive nerd, right? Because then I go into geometry and angles and all that stuff like that, and say, a degree off for us is a lot considering the speeds we're hitting. So
it's massive.
Yeah. I think a degree off at 400 yards is 6.087 yards different than 1 degree off at 300 yards.
What was that number again?
6.087. I think it's actually 6.08.
It sounds about.
I think it's 6.084. I think, but
you ever get the question, why aren't you on tour?
All the time. All the time.
Okay.
All the time.
The way I explain it is this. So somebody asking a long driver, why aren't you on the PGA Tour, is equivalent to asking an Olympic high jumper why he's not in the NBA.
Right.
It's it's one tiny part of the game.
Absolutely.
And yes, all things being equal, distance helps in the game of golf. There's no question.
Definitely.
But, I mean, that's just one little tiny bit. And, I tell my buddies all the time, it's like I can't score because I have 6 penalty strokes around. So it doesn't really do you any good. I mean, I make a lot of pars on par 5s with a penalty stroke. That's kind of
That's always fun. Easy par
One
from
in,
there.
2 out, 3 on, 2 putt.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. Like I get that question a lot. And then I get the question of like, how's your wedge game? And I'm like, it's actually not bad because when I hit the fairway, that's all I really got into the green is a wedge. I don't think I've hit more than a 6-iron in 12 years. So get off my case.
So what's your issue then? If you can hit a driver, you hit it pretty straight too, and you can hit a driver and you can wedge it. Now I got to ask you, why aren't you on the PGA Tour? Because I can't wedge it.
Those
I can't
guys
hit it straight. I can't do anything.
Well, those guys, because that's what they practice. Like if you ever watch somebody warm up, they might hit 6 drivers. They're
having to work a driver at the highest level. You're in big trouble.
You're in trouble because you're hitting 20-yard wide fairways.
Yeah. All right, 5 drivers. I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah. Like they're like, oh, I got the feel. I'm only going to move it 115 to 110 to 115, 120 miles an hour for the top guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the exception of the a few guys that are 126, 128-ish.
Yeah.
And even then they're controlling their 126,
God,
120.
that's slow, isn't it?
In our world, it is a snail's pace.
You're not even good.
I will tell you that their checks are bigger though.
Their checks are better.
Their checks,
their
checks are faster.
Oh yeah. I was about to say their checks are bigger, and then I couldn't think of anything.
No,
so
yeah.
That's pretty much where it stops. Their checks are bigger. That's it. Their houses are bigger.
Yeah. Jeff Gavin said NASCAR versus Formula One. That's kind of a good comparison. I mean, that's pretty close.
I would say that's.
Jeff Gavin coming through. Jeff, we hope you get better soon, buddy. I know Wendy's probably up there just giving you all kinds of loving and soup and support and treating you like you're a 6-year-old because you know how us men are. When we get sick, we're just a bunch of big ass babies. That's really what it is.
Not me. I go around spreading COVID to everybody. It's one of my passions. I'm like, hell yeah, an opportunity to ruin some lives. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that bad of a person.
So, Bobby, somebody wrote in the chat room, you have a soft spot for pizza rolls?
Who wrote that?
They could be talking about Bobby Peterson. I don't know.
They could be. I do like pizza rolls. I mean,
Jace Russell?
He's an idiot. Jace, what do you he probably tuned in, made a dumb comment, and left.
Well, back to the tournament. We're actually going to do live scoring, right, Robbie? We're going to do live. We're going to have live scoring.
Right on.
We're going to get those. So we'll be able to you'll be able to see live numbers, live shots during the telecast. So
can I have some pizza rolls?
You know what? If they had them, I would go buy them for you right now. Just because.
I'm what they call over in Great Britain famished right now. I need some food. I really do.
Food?
Yeah, I just hit about 1 trillion golf balls and.
You got mozzarella sticks and pizza inside. Soft pretzels, lightly salted, non-salted.
I only eat chicken breast and broccoli. Okay. No, I'm just kidding. I eat whatever I want. At some point, my metabolism's gonna catch up.
He probably does just eat chicken breast and broccoli because he is, just a pretty human being.
No, at some point I'm gonna have to. The steroids obviously they make my metabolism move a little faster.
Don't worry. PSA, we're gonna drug test him later, so don't worry about that.
We don't check here in this.
We're gonna test him later.
Everybody'd be out.
You think this body is steroid body, man?
I do.
I mean, this is 39 years old.
Let me push in and see what your six pack in
This is 38-year-old crazy kids later, 4 herniated discs, torn labrums. Just keep it moving with ibuprofen and adrenaline.
It's honestly impressive. Well, I know what you're doing. You're saying if I was in perfect physical condition and
I'd kill all y'all.
It would not be fair.
Yeah.
So thank you for that.
I'm trying to keep the playing field level. That's all I'm trying to just.
That's right.
It's like a handicap.
That's right. Exactly. Meanwhile, I got to do everything possible just to come in 18th place every week.
That's always a good spot. It's always a good spot.
It's good. That way I don't have to hit anymore and I can go get lunch.
You can leave early to go get a shower and come back and relax a little bit, not be in the 99-degree weather.
Right. I don't want to hit too many balls. No, tomorrow's going to be fun. Tomorrow, for the tour, division, it's 48 guys for 24 spots.
Yeah.
So, you got 3 groups of 16, top 8 go through. Essentially, what that means to me is you hit good balls on the grid, you're through.
Yeah.
And it's not so much about you obviously got to beat some guys, but there's going to be enough guys who struggle to where all you got to do is hit solid balls in the grid to finish in that top half of 16. That's probably going to get it done. And then you go to the double elimination in that last 24. So it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we've had a battle. A lot of people were back when it was like when I started, it was all double elimination. Like you had to, just like we do the. Yeah. I mean, if you had one bad set, it was grind time, which is what you experienced today. But
so we call it grind time.
Well, honestly,
I wasn't a big fan of grind time.
Honestly,
for grind time to be over.
Honestly, we called it the gauntlet because you had to run the gauntlet. Because think if you lose and you go into the loser side, eventually the winners who have been probably killing it all day are going to have a bad set at some point, and they're going to go into the losers bracket, and you got to go through them too. And they're fresher because they haven't hit as much. Been hitting it the whole time, so we called it the gauntlet. That was really what we called it.
So what do you think? Like, okay, you know me well enough by now, and you kind of knew the field a little bit. What would you give if you had to give a percentage chance of me getting through today before it started? And then what did that drop to after me going OB in my first set? Like, what do you think that? How big of a?
So if I was going to pick 2 people, we had this conversation at the beginning of the day that I would have picked to make it and punch their ticket. One was going to be you, and the other one was going to be Hunter Knoll. Unfortunately, you guys met in round 10 because both of you had an OB set. So you both went the same direction and had to go through the losers bracket, and fight your way back to it. So after
it's pretty slim.
So I was 100% sure that it would be you, and then once you went OB, I was like, well, okay, that's probably like a 13% chance now.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Just because it was a tough day.
We got some spatial issues.
So this is going to be we're starting up here. We got live scoring. You can see on your screen, folks. We're gonna have David Mobley slot 1, Troy Cayley slot 2,
David Mobley,
Jamie Carr slot 3. So if you've never watched any of our telecasts, you've never seen PLDA points rounds, you get 200 points for first. You get 100 points for second. 50 points for third, which is going to be the minimum here because we're only doing 3 on the tee box. And then if you go OB, you get no points. And so this is the start of it. So here,
you don't get any points for trying.
Don't get any points.
Don't you know it's 2022?
We don't hand out participation trophies here.
Well, then I'm done with this sport. Then. It's not the way it should work.
It's unfortunately
at least give them a half a point. What's funny is a half point's equivalent to sometimes 1 million points. Yeah, it's just enough sometimes.
If you a tie and splitting points, puts you at home. So that ball from
oh baby,
just hit a great ball. So David Mobley, his first ball out of the gate, 345. That's a good number right now. I think 360 plus right now. If somebody goes 360 plus the way with the heat, that's a big night today.
Yeah.
Got live scoring on your screen, folks. You should be able to see the numbers as they're put in. We got our live scoring system has been something that we've been tweaking and trying to get and perfect, so it helps you guys see the numbers on that the guys are hitting because we don't know until they get a call back. So the live scoring is definitely a big plus for everybody. Everybody likes it. We're color coordinated. Blue is blue, green is green, orange is orange. So.
Got 345 for Dave Mobley. We're waiting on Troy's first tee ball, which is right down the middle. I got it. Oh, boy. Troy just nuked one down the right side. It's going to need a good bounce to stay in. I know that ball flight all too well. That
was actually a punch your ticket ball flight, wasn't it?
That was God. I got lucky, and everybody listened.
Listen. You sometimes you gotta. It's better to be lucky than good, right?
Well, I knew that all I had to do was hit balls in play to go through today.
Right.
I felt that way, so I felt like I deserved it. But you still kind of choked it a little bit and got away with it.
There you go.
That works.
Hey, a win's a win, right?
Well, there's some sets I was winning by 20 plus yards, and then you get down to the last one, it was going to come down to 2 or 3 yards. I'm happy with it the right way. So.
Yeah, it was definitely some drama because you were behind into the last ball. You were at 53 and he was at 54.
2 worst balls I hit the whole day by 20 yards. Easy. All right, so that first set, we got Dave Mobley 345, Troy Cayley at 341.
Looks like Jamie.
And Jamie Cavs coming in with an OB set.
That's what we're going to call him, Jamie Cavs' car. JCC?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, JCC. All right, so here we go. We got this is gonna be a fun group just because you got Zach Adams who screams at everything. You got Chris Hall who is
Chris Hall just flexed his bicep.
Yeah, he looks like he's 27. And I think he's 50.
You guys checking? He identifies as 50.
And then Tim Sakink, he is going to be in slot 3. So good first set there. Dave Mobley, obviously, just doing Dave Mobley things. 345. Hit 4 balls, left 2 on the tee box.
He's not even that good.
He's not just an open world champion and a senior world champion.
Right. Zach Adams jumping around.
Would you say his pants are starting to get UPS brown yet?
They're getting there. They're getting moist. When you're on speed, you do sweat a little more. What is speed? Is that meth? I don't know. We shouldn't talk about drugs.
I have no idea.
Someone answer on the broadcast. What is speed?
That ball from Chris is going to be close to the left line. It looks like it's going to be OB left. Zach's first ball is going to be OB left.
Oh.
It's hard to see the blue balls from up here just because you got to almost be directly behind them. But
Nickelback playing in the background. The ball goes a little further.
That ball from Zach is going to be OB left. We're having a conversation in the background. Robbie thinks that the song is Nickelback playing, or Theory of a Dead Man in the background. It's definitely Nickelback.
It's Nickelback.
It's Nickelback.
I thought Robbie was about to chew me out for drug references. I was like, uh-oh. Oh,
big ball from Zach.
Adams just absolutely loved it. Again,
I mean,
speed helps.
There's no.
And I don't mean the drug. I mean speed through the hitting zone.
Through the hitting zone.
So
there is Zach. There, you know when Zach's hit a good one. There's no questioning when Zach likes a golf ball.
Yeah.
You know.
If I can ever sneak my way into the top 10 in the world.
There is a good ball from Chris Hall right there. That's going to be right center right there. So good ball from Chris. Let's see if he can catch it.
Ooh, nice bounce.
Looks like that first ball Zach hit was 339, so he's got a mark. Timothy Sakink, he's got no marks right now. He's looking a little sluggish. He's definitely has hit more than anybody else. Oh, Chris yelled at one. Let's see if that's
hit a big draw down the left side. It took a right bounce. He stayed in play there. I think he liked that one a lot.
Yeah, that ball. That's
gonna
be a number.
The 339 mark by Zach
Yeah, that's going to be a number right there. I think that's honestly.
It.
I mean, I've seen Chris hit a lot. I can't remember the last time I've even heard him yell at one. Maybe in the finals last year, but
I like his swing a lot.
His
slide a lot. It's besides Dave Mobley, I would say Chris Hall has what I've seen the most consistent ball flight.
Yeah.
Not necessarily everything's in the grid, but the spin rate and the flight is all very similar with
right.
shots, and that means good things.
All the time. All the time. If I was going to pick 349. There you go. 349 from Chris Hall.
There we go, Chris.
That last ball from Zach Adams is going to be OB left. So looks like Chris is going to take that win right there with 349. That fifth ball was the fifth ball? Yes, fifth ball. That was a big nugget. He yelled at it. He liked it. Hey.
I'm calling it now the big ball of the day in this division. Calling it at 363.
63, huh? That's a big ball for this division.
That's, out of everybody hitting today, someone's gonna knock one out.
What's your prediction for the final two, huh?
That's a boring question. Don't make me answer that.
Yeah, what's your prediction? Come on.
I'm going Chris. Well, shoot. Well, I can't go against Dave Mobley, and then it's either going to be between Zach Adams and Chris Hall. That's. I mean, I don't know. Russell hits the ball well too. But if I had to put money down, which is not a good idea for me because I'm a terrible gambler. So basically, bet against whatever.
We're going to call Caesars up right now, place to do a little online betting.
That's why I don't like that we have events out in Mesquite, Nevada. It's like you're forcing me, and I can't even escape it because they have gambling in the friggin' airport.
Yeah.
So I think I might have to start flying private. It'll probably save me money.
Cost you more money and save you money at the same time.
Because you fly private, you then don't have the casino in the private airport. I don't think. I don't know. I've never been invited on a private jet.
Me either. I don't. Well, that first ball from EJ Mcdonald, he's gonna be in the first slot. That's gonna be in. That's gonna be a good number.
Yeah,
Russell Sconier, slot 2. Daryl McCummings, slot 3. So this is gonna be your third group of set 1. That first ball from EJ was in. That ball from Russell's gonna be OB right. That ball from Daryl's going to be OB right as well. Again, the conditions have really not changed since the morning. I mean, it's just hot and muggy, and there's absolutely no wind. I mean, it's flickering a little down the grid, but it's really not enough to really affect the ball flight in any way. That ball from Daryl's going to be right up the middle.
Yeah, Daryl hit a low
bullet. Let's see if they
run. Oh man, is that thing
it's moving, right? That ball from Russell's going to be OB left. Okay, we got EJ Mcdonald with the 320 on his first ball, so that was his mark. He just bumped it up. Third ball was 321.
Am I allowed to give shout outs?
Sure.
All right, just a shout out to my beautiful girlfriend Jordan. Haven't seen her in a couple weeks, so I think she's listening in. So thanks for putting up with my BS. And thanks for being the most beautiful girl listening on the broadcast.
Look at that, folks. He's pretty.
That's the only shout out.
He's pretty and nice. He's pretty and nice. Well, that ball from EJ is going to be up the left side. It looks like it's going to be leaking back to the right. Still don't have any marks back for Russell or Daryl yet. I know that Daryl hit one up the middle. Not sure where that's at, if it's short or not. That ball from EJ looks like it was tailing back in, so we'll see if we can get some numbers back here. That ball from Daryl was right up the middle, though, so it should be all right. That fifth ball from EJ, 327. That ball from EJ is going to be OB right, I believe. Okay, there's Russell. Russell just hit one right up the middle. That's going to be a good ball. Yeah, that's going to be a good one. I'll give him a mark. Daryl just hit it OB right. So we'll have to wait and see what those come back at.
Yeah, is Russell going to pass that 327?
I don't know if he is going to pass a 327. He's going to get some points. I think he was just trying to golf swing it. So there you go, 319. So 319 from Russell Sconiers, Daryl McCummings. Let's see if they put a number in for him. And again, folks, this is a 9-man round robin. Golly.
What was that?
Yeah, 9-man round robin points format. And 3 on the tee box, 4 rounds of hitting. We'll take the top 4 in points, and then they will move on. So Daryl McCummings, 270. So that fourth ball that was up the middle for Daryl was 270. So that qualified.
Nice.
So he's going to get points. He's not going to go away with no points for being OB. And we're moving on to the next group. Next group's going to be the start of set 2. We're going to have Timothy Sakink in slot 1, David Mobley, slot 2, Russell Sconier, slot 3.
You notice any similarities between Chris and I?
The earrings? The hair? Maybe the hair?
Chris Hall and I both got our hoop earrings from K Jewelers.
Oh, there you go. Shout out to K Jewelers for, every kiss begins with K. Is that the way it goes?
Well, the reason I switched from I played college golf at University of Tampa, and the reason I made a switch to long drive is because it was frowned upon to wear earrings. But in long drive, you can do whatever you want. So that's the big thing for me. I'm like, I'm not going to play a sport where I can't wear earrings, because I'm a D-bag, and I need to be able to express that in a public forum.
Yeah, he's a D-bag that just shouted out his girlfriend, so.
Yeah. I'm like what do you call those candies that are sour? Then first they're sour, then they're
Sour
sweet.
Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids. That's the way I am.
From the movie Ted.
Right.
You can be sweet and cuddly and then just a straight-up a-hole afterwards.
Russell absolutely drilled one down the right half.
That ball from Mobley is going to be OB right.
So Russell in with a big ball to start. I'm curious to see what that'll be. I'm guessing the 320 range probably.
If you had to pick a winner from this group, who do you think it's going to be?
Dave Mobley.
Just messing with you because you don't like picking winners. You don't like picking winners.
Well, Yeah, it's redundant.
That's true. Dave's a tactician here.
Maybe ask me to pick the winner from the next group.
There you go. And it's like
No
so.
offense
So
to
Dave
everybody
went
else in this
right in the
group,
first ball.
He's just so solid. He really is.
Dave just went right on his first ball, left on his second ball. So
This is an interesting occurrence here. We have the golf cart picker driving right down Broadway,
yeah,
right in front of these
and that's
guys.
a good ball from Russell too. Just went right over it.
Somebody needs to grab this guy and say, dude,
Yeah, stay left.
dude, stay left. That's hilarious.
And Tim almost took him out. So
I think I would purposefully take one out. If I got one in the grid, I'd put one on the ground, driver off deck, and just rope one at him. See if I can break that
thin it a little bit and
yeah,
hit a little low bullet.
I used to work at a golf course, and I worked in one of those, those carts. Everyone makes a big deal. Don't hit them at the cart. No, it's a chain fence.
Yeah.
The ball is not going. I don't care. Hit one at me. It's not going to go through it.
Except
like,
the windshield.
It's like one of those things. Like I have it. I grew up in a neighborhood pool, and one of the rules was don't play with the hose. Like, what are you gonna do? Get the pool wet? I don't understand certain rules. There's no logic to it. Oh, paydays. My dad just gave me.
Yeah. Bobby's dad came in with paydays and water. I mean, like give the man a give him a gold star because he's taking care of us right now.
He's proud of his son.
He's taking care of us right now. So Timothy Sakink, first ball's 269. Don't have any numbers back on Russell right now. I don't think Mobley's put one in the grid yet, so he's definitely pushing the. And then I just ate my words because there it is. There's your typical Dave Mobley. Last ball, absolutely smoked up the left side. That's 345-ish, 350-ish. One, I got this. Don't worry.
Yeah.
I got this. Don't worry.
He's clutch. I think there's no question you got to have some of that in you in this game. Even if you're not down the stretch, even if it's an early set, you still got to have some clutch in you because you're not gonna always hit one of your first 3 or 4 play, no matter how good you are.
Yep. Nah, and Dave's been there. He's a 25-year plus veteran of it. He's been there, done that. Obviously, been to the top of the mountain. So he's definitely no stranger to just having to find one when he needs it. All right, so Dave's last ball. Oh, so he did have one in that 22. I guess that ball on the right had to stay in. So 37 is his last ball. So he's going to take home the dub there.
Dave Mobley's in great shape.
Russell Scania was 07, 307, and Timothy Sakink was 267. So they're all going to take points home there.
All right. So what are we narrowing this down to? 9-4, huh? Oh, this gets yummy real quick.
Yeah, 4 guys, top 4 point earners from this are going to go on. Say the bubble's probably going to be somewhere around to get in. Probably going to be somewhere around 450-ish.
Yeah,
to get in here.
I thought you meant yards for a second.
No.
I'm like, what are you?
Let me go 450. Just give him the trophy now.
Daryl just hit a absolute low piss rod. I can't wait to see what this runs out to.
Troy,
I want Daryl to break that 300 mark right here.
Yeah. Great guy. Big fan of long drive.
My buddy Sam Judah just came and gave me a big hug. He's stronger than he thinks he is. That he hurt me. He just broke one of my ribs so that I can't beat him tomorrow. Oh, baby. Yeah, that should stay in.
Stay in. Zach pulled his left, so his is going to be OB left. Yep, that ball's going to stand from Troy.
You know what I've noticed? That right side of the grid does not run out right. It really holds pretty well. If you land a ball on that right side of the grid, unless it's really slicing, it's probably going to stay in.
Stay in, yeah. We just got a question in the comment section here. It says, "What is the minimum age?" Really, there's no minimum age. I mean, I wouldn't suggest a 12-year-old to come compete with the Open Division, but we do have Connor Kay. I think Connor Kay is our youngest competitor. We actually had a kid in LaSalle that was 15. He competed when he was 15 years old. Was actually doing pretty well. Connor Kay is an amateur. He's I think Connor's 16. The minimum age for the senior division is 45. The Open Division, you can be as old or you want and feel like you could compete. The minimum age for the senior division is 45. Got to be 45.
I'm gonna be on pause for a sec while I down this payday. Okay.
That's a big ball from Troy right up the middle. That's going to be a good ball. So Zach Adams 332, Troy with a 314. No marks right now for Daryl McCummings. Because Zach's been taking his time today on his sets. I don't know if he's trying to work into a, but usually he moves pretty quickly.
Troy Cayley just rips one down the left side. Needs a right bounce, but should be close. He gets it. That should. Oh man,
yeah, that should
be close.
Yeah, it's gonna be close. It looks like it should stay in. He's at 26. Zach's at 32. Daryl McCummings no marks there.
Troy is having some spatial issues though. You notice his heels are always about a half inch away from that.
Yeah,
marker.
I think he
trying to get killed over there.
Well,
by Daryl?
I think he's just trying to.
I wouldn't trust myself being that
Well,
close.
you know, we had the regional earlier this morning, right? So there's probably some footprints dug in a little bit right there. Probably doesn't like standing in somebody else's footprints, maybe.
Those are probably my footprints. I've been in that second slot quite a few times.
A few times, and you hit 17 sets today, so it's all good.
God damn. Payday's a pretty good candy bar. It'll tide you over.
It'll hold you over, but it's not like a Snickers where you get a little hangry. You're not yourself when you don't eat.
It's not quite a Snickers.
This is gonna round out the second set with Jamie Card slot 1, EJ Mcdonald slot 2, Chris Hall, the Pride of Memphis in slot 3. So. Jamie Calf's car, slot 1, Chris Hall. This is a tight little group right here. I'm gonna say if all these guys put their ball on the grid, it's gonna be a tight group. I mean, Chris obviously went 49 a while ago, big ball. That ball from him is gonna leak out right.
I think we're 3 straight OBs by these guys to start.
Yeah,
so I couldn't really see the white one.
I didn't see where Jamie's went. EJ's was left. All right, that ball from EJ. Let's see if that stays in. Ball from Jamie's going to be OB right. Chris is going to be OB left. That ball from EJ, it definitely took a big bounce right. Yep, that was OB right.
Ball in play yet?
Nope, I think everybody's OB right now. All right, so EJ's going to be left. That ball from Jamie's going to be left. Ball from.
I can't see the blue balls, dude.
It's going to be he was pulled left. Chris is going to be OB left. So first,
Chris kind of bounced right, but I think it is just OB. So here's a question, Landon. Why not, when we have 3 guys, why are we hitting the blue balls?
Because the blue ball is the most abundant, I believe.
Is that right?
So we're trying to use them up.
Can't give away the blue ones.
Can't give away the blues. Actually, you probably could most of the time. You know what's funny is like when you give the kids, you're giving kids the golf balls, they all want the pink one, whether it's boy or girl.
Is that right?
They ask for pink more than any other color. All right, that ball from EJ. Yeah, they've never asked for orange. They've never asked for the blue. It's either pink with green being the second one. From Jamie and Chris.
No, Jamie's is in play.
Down
the left middle. Yep.
Okay.
That's that blue ball. I don't blame you for thinking it went out of
Yeah,
play.
it looked like it was drawn a little bit. So that's honestly the only mark that any one of these guys have right now. Chris is OB. That ball from EJ. All right, so that ball from EJ.
That's going to be.
That's going to leak back into the grid. So that's going to be a mark for EJ. That ball from Chris is going to be OB. Oh, that's a good ball from Jamie. So Jamie right down the middle with that blue ball right there. 322 on that last ball from Jamie. You were right.
Cavs just went back to back.
See what that last ball from EJ was. I think that's going to be an OB set for Chris Hall. EJ's 6 ball, 317. EJ 317, Jamie Carr 322. Chris is going to go back to back here to reset a little bit. All right, so Jamie's last ball, Jamie Cav's car last ball, 329. 329 there. So he's going to take home the dub in that set. EJ McDonald, 100 points for his second place. And Chris Hall, unfortunately, is going to get no points for the OB set. He's going to go back-to-back here. This is going to be the start of set 3, first group in set 3. It's going to be Chris Hall, Daryl McCummings, and David Mobley.
Okay, so obviously we got, 5 guys tied at 200 points right now?
We got a rundown right now after 2 sets. We got David Mobley sitting in first place with 400. Zach Adams, EJ McDonald both at 300 points. Chris Hall sitting in the 4th slot, but there's a 4-way log jam right now. Chris Hall, Troy Cayley, Jamie Carr, and Russell Sconiers, all 4 at 200 points. So that's going to make it interesting later in the.
So I'm going to be watching Chris Hall real carefully on this set here because I think that he has what it takes to go through that top 4, and this is a big set for him.
Big set.
In this set.
Yeah, obviously with Dave winning both of his sets, he's sitting pretty good, especially in a 4-round system. That ball
right
from
down the
Dave,
middle, so
just solid performance right down the middle. So David just doing David Mobley things. First ball right in the middle. All right, from Chris. There's a good ball from Chris right down the middle. So Chris has put one in. His first ball was 290, just trying to pump it out there. Mobley's first ball 320. So Dave's first ball 320 there. Chris is going to improve that ball. He did the ball. Okay. 80. That ball from Chris, a big high ball right down the right center. Mobley's ball is going to be OB left. All right, there's Daryl with another ball right down the right center. All right, so there you go, Chris Hall, 336. So sitting in the lead right now. Mobley knows where he's at. He knows that he's just on cruise control at this point. He's got 2 wins. He's got a ball in play, so he's going to grab points. Even if he goes OB in the next set, he's going to be right on that 450 bubble. And a good ball from Daryl. Good.
That's the best ball Daryl's hit all day. Love that.
That might be after that 3.
Oh, yeah. Come on, ball. Run out. So Chris Hall here really stepped up. I think this was a huge set for him. Really takes some of the pressure off.
Well,
went into that last set.
Yeah. About 4 other guys. They're going to help his case to make the top.
Yeah, I've never really been a big fan of log jams.
Log jams, yeah. They're never fun.
They have a bad rap for a reason.
Yep.
I just log fume. I like the log fume. And they get those pictures of you, I would just flip off the camera.
Yeah, or yeah.
Me as 12 years old, everything was just, that's funny. Let's flip off the camera. Every single ride. I'm from St. Louis.
There you go. Daryl McCummings, 300-yard mark.
There it is. I love that. Good for Daryl. That's a big milestone. Yeah, he can go home happy at night, being able to say that 300 mark was reached. That's obviously a little easier to talk about your performance when you hit that mark.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's hot.
Yeah.
The muscles fire. Wow, so David Mobley's last ball went 338. So he's going to take the win there, and Chris Hall's going to take the second place with 36. Daryl McCummings is going to take third place, 50 points with 300 yards. David Mobley, he's on cruise control now. He's mathematically in, 600 points. Chris Hall sitting in second right now with 3. So,
it's going to be interesting. It's going to be fun to watch.
He's got one more set, and
what did I tell you about Zach Adams' pants? I mean, obviously those are the same pants that he wears to the big the big work meetings, right? And so no, literally, like they're like thick
slack
wool slacks.
Yeah.
Like straight out of
it's so funny.
1925.
It's so funny that Zach is so old school when it comes to that. See, back in the day, we could never wear shorts. We had to wear pants. Always had to wear pants.
Well, I usually wear pants in the tour event so that I can hide my calves. But tomorrow, I think I'm going to have to go shorts. It's going to be too hot.
It's going to be too hot. It's going to be too hot. So here you go. This is Group 2 in Set 3. We got Russell Sconyers in Slot 1. We got Zach Adams Slot 2 and Jamie Cavs Carr in Slot 3.
Russell. Oh,
Russell
baby.
Russell was right up the right center.
Jamie Cavs right down the middle.
Yeah. Jamie down the middle. Zach's going to be OB right. Russell's first ball was right center, so he's going to get a mark. He's going to get a mark on that first one. Zach, you're going to know if he hits it. If he hits it well, that's going to be a pop up from Russell. So 289 from Russell. That's a mark right there. Jamie just hit a great ball down the right side. We'll see if that stays in. That was a good ball from Jamie. All right, so Zach's first 2 balls OB. Waiting on a number back from Jamie here.
Goes without a
34.
glove.
34. 334 from Jamie, his first ball.
He nuked that.
That was a good ball.
What do you think about the no glove?
The old Freddie Cup,
technique?
the old Freddie.
Oh, baby.
Eddie.
Hello. Zach Adams. That might be close to the big ball.
I was about to say, is that going to be your 363 ball? I don't know. That might be
it's
like
sat soft.
Yeah, it hit
sat soft. 341. That's my guess.
41, huh?
I'm terrible at guessing. I don't even know why I throw it
No,
out
I think
there.
40,
but every once in a while,
40,
you get something right. You feel
46.
cool
I'm
about
going with 46 because he did launch it pretty high. Yeah, he.
Oh man, that's 2 in a row. He loves that.
Oh yeah.
He's in a rhythm right
44,
now, baby.
44. 344 from Zach Adams.
Okay, that
there.
one might be a little longer. Even.
That one might be closer to your 63 number. That
Yeah.
one hit, got a bigger kick. Yeah, Zach's always. As long as I've known Zach, I know he's always got that Freddie Couples vibe. 55. 355. Zach Adams.
Okay, 8 more yards to get to my number. He's really swinging it well now. You can tell he's releasing it.
Yep.
And he's
kind of got into the groove. Kind of got into the groove a little bit.
If I were to try to do this without a glove on, somebody would die.
Yeah, we'd have to call that. We'd have to have a pair. Where's
somebody
Will Hogue? Fire Marshal Will Hogue, paramedic standing by that could stitch a cut real quick.
Well, like seriously, like how did people and it doesn't just apply to golf. How the hell did people in the early 1900s play baseball?
With no batting?
No batting gloves, no stick 'em. How are you not just slinging that thing into the stands?
I mean,
seriously, I'm dead serious. I literally don't think I could swing a bat 30 miles an hour,
especially
without batting gloves on. That's the most, like Babe Ruth. Yeah, say what you will about his statistics. I don't really care. The guy could hold on to a wooden bat without batting gloves.
Yeah.
In the middle of the summer. That's what impresses me about Babe Ruth. Seriously, it's unbelievable.
62 on it.
Oh, baby. My guess at 363 is pretty
62 for Zach Adams. Big ball from Zach Adams there. Like 10 minutes off of the video. Yes, no, maybe so.
I got stuff.
Yeah.
When's the last time I what? All right, here we go. Little points update. Landon took a step away. So right now we got David Mobley's firmly in that first spot. He's in. Zach Adams just had an absolute monster set. He should be in with the 500 points. And then we got a few guys that are going to have a very legitimate chance. I mean, we got Chris Hall, Jamie Carr, E.J. Mcdonald, and Russell Sconyers. All 3 of those guys, or I'm sorry, all 4 of those guys are going to have a very legitimate chance. I think Troy Cayley may be out of it sitting at 200. His max would be 400. I think that might be a little shy of what he needs. So we're going to have some interesting developments going on here. E.J. Mcdonald right down the left side. He started his set just how you want to with a good ball in the grid. Gotta love that. So E.J. Mcdonald is sitting at 300 points. If he can win this set, I mean, he's going to be tough to get past. So it probably will solidify his spot in that top 4 as well. 334 for EJ Mcdonald with that first big ball he hit. I'm going to be curious to see if Troy can catch that. He needs to. To have any chance, Troy's got to catch that ball.
Yeah, it's a big set for EJ, and really for Troy, because only doing 4 sets instead of the 5 normal sets in a round robin, you can kind of get away with a few less points.
Right, their point totals are going to be artificially low with having it be only the 4 sets, but there's just it takes away some margin for error too. EJ right down the middle, absolutely hammered that one as well. So EJ's looking the best I've seen him all day. I'd be surprised if he doesn't find himself in that top 4 with this performance in this set. So we just got to see what Troy Cayley can do here. He's I mean, it's kind of now or never for him.
So it looks like the guy in the range picker decided to get the best seat in the house.
Okay, so I don't know. Can we see this on the broadcast? Let's see if we can see this. You guys are gonna love. Okay, so if you look in the middle of your screen, that object, that dark green object, is the picker. So whomever it is out there picking balls decided, hey, you know what? I'm gonna park this thing right in the middle of the line of the grid. I don't really understand that one. I'd like to understand his thought process there.
I hope he's got his camera out while he's out there, because that's a different angle.
That's what he's doing. That's a good camera angle. All right, so we're gonna see how everybody finished up. EJ McDonald with a 334. Looks like that's gonna hold out. Troy Cayley's got a 317 ball, and that's gonna be his best. So EJ McDonald's looking really good. He's gonna probably move into that top 4. Dave Mobley obviously looking really well as well. So we got a few guys battling for those last couple of spots, it looks like.
Did the earrings help?
Hey, I'm sitting here talking to Sam Judah right now. Absolute mammoth of a human being, just raw power. Hits about a 75-yard cut. You literally do.
I know,
And I love to watch it. It's a fan favorite. The straight balls, the fans don't care about a straight ball.
Anybody can hit a straight ball.
Exactly. Not everybody can hit a 75-yard cut with, 225 ball speed? That's pretty impressive.
Congrats.
Thanks, man. Only 1 yard off the Zach Adams prediction. Man, I'm getting pretty good at this broadcasting stuff, you know? I'm missing Landon, though. I'm more of a color guy. I'm more of a sit back and come up with something that I consider to be witty, and then I'll just interject. When I have to talk nonstop and kind of give you guys the play-by-play, I just feel like I'm not as effective at this job. Uh-oh. Okay, so it looks like the picker either ran out of gas or broke down or something. So we're gonna have a little bit of a delay here. So I gotta take it back a little bit. I was about to just absolutely lay into this picker guy and just ask him what on earth he was thinking, but alas, it was not his fault. It just happened to run out of gas in the worst possible spot.
It's funny how things work out, isn't it?
You know, life is hard. It really is. Even if you do all the right things, life's hard. And he was doing the wrong thing, so it makes it really hard when you're doing the wrong thing. You shouldn't have been driving in that line anyway. Telling the guys on the range to shut it down so we don't kill this guy. We got a savior up there that's going to push the picker out of the way.
We'll get the shot back on it as we can see this teamwork. You've got the cart behind the cart pushing it. All right. And just like that, he loses the best seat in the house.
You know what? I think that he was seeking some attention, and that was the way he saw fit to do it. His girlfriend, whoever this guy's girlfriend is, needs to give him a little bit more attention when he gets home. He's like, hey, you know what? Nobody sees me. I need to be seen and heard and noticed. So I'm going to park the picker right in the middle of the grid. Is that a first? Have you seen that before? Have you seen a picker shut down right in the middle of the grid before?
No, at least for me, it's a first.
See, for me to say a first doesn't really mean anything because this is my 4th ever event. So I have no credibility when it comes to what's rare and what's not.
Hey, man, statistics are statistics, no matter what perspective, you know?
That's right. So we got Bobby and Robbie on the mics right now. Now would probably be a good time to ask any questions you guys might have. I actually got a chance to look at the feed for a second. If you guys, not that I know the answers to anything. I literally don't know anything about anything, so I don't even know why. All right, here we go. We're going to start back up now. This is going to be an interesting set. I'm curious to see. I think Jamie Carr is probably going to take home the victory here in this group. But I'm really curious to see Timothy and Daryl and see which one of these guys can put up 100 on the board or steal a 200 if Jamie's unable to hit the grid. So Daryl just hit one that will be in the grid if it runs a little bit. Not sure if it's going to get to that 260 mark. We got Sam Judah. Look him up on Instagram. Just an absolute beast of a man. He's going to come over and help me on this frog here. I'm going to turn it off mute here for you. There you go.
Do we have an earpiece? You can't hear?
No, you can't hear. You can hear me talk. What are you, deaf?
I know.
What's up, man?
How you doing? Congratulations, buddy.
Thanks, Chief.
It
So Sam Judah promised me yesterday he was going to be here for the regional qualifier to cheer me on, just like I cheered him on at the regional in Colorado. And where were you?
Well, let's just get this figured out real quick.
I almost missed it because my first set, I was so distraught
that
that you weren't there that I went OB.
And I will take full blame for that. We didn't get into Memphis till about 1:45 last night, and I slept
Is
on
that
an
because
air
it was?
mattress.
Is that because it's Martin Borgmeyer's world and you guys are just
It
trying
is
to live in it?
100% Martin Borgmeyer's world, and whenever he's ready to go, I just go pick him up and we come. So we didn't leave Dallas till about 6:30. Took us about an hour and a half to get out of Dallas, but I'm sorry I missed it, but I
That's
knew you
all
were
right.
going to get through.
Right. I mean,
I'll make it up
why
to you
even
when you come to
show up,
Dallas,
right?
when you come hang out.
All right. So what do we got on the board right now? We've got Timothy with a 298 ball. He might win this set if Jamie's not careful. Jamie just hammered one
That's
down
a
the
good
right
ball. Is it
side.
going to stay in the right?
Is that going to stay in? If it stays in, he wins the set.
Yeah, it's hanging on. It's hanging on.
You
I
got the
couldn't tell.
bad right bounce. That's going to be really, really
It's gonna be
close.
I think it's going to be right on the line, if not.
This is huge. So Jamie Carr, if that ball was OB, this right here is going to be probably what decides if he has any chance of making it into the top 4. He
Well,
needs a
this
good ball, and he
this
needs
his
it
last
in the
ball
grid.
right here.
If he hits this in the grid, he's got a great chance of going through.
Oh, he pulled it.
It's left. So I don't know if that. Oh, Jamie's
ball
fifth
stayed
ball
in
did
at
stay in
323. That's
323.
big. So that must have stayed right on the line.
That's awesome. Good for him. I mean that couldn't have been more than about a foot or two in play.
No, it had to be either right on the line or within a foot. I mean, that thing was hovering the whole way.
All right.
We're getting
Carr
word
for
it's about
320.
8 inches in.
Wow. What do you know about 8 inches, Sam?
Let's not get onto that on there.
I wasn't thinking about that, you idiot. God.
So, quick question: did the earrings today help? Did you
Well,
wear them when you
I-
hit?
I don't even remember last time I took my earrings out.
Okay, well, I didn't know if it helped with.
I lived my whole
aerodynamic or
life with
not.
these little white gold hoop earrings.
I think you look good with black diamond studs.
I feel like that's kind of what is that, goth? It's a little.
So we
goth
got
for me.
now stepping up. Who we got coming up? We got Russell Sconier. Let me see.
All right, so we got Sam's buddy Russell in slot 1. We got Chris Hall, who's in a big spot here. He's got a chance to seal the top 4. And then we got Troy Cayley. So this is a really good group here. It's going to take a good ball to win the 200 points. Yeah, so Chris Hall is sitting at 300. So if Chris Hall can win this set, he's through. Russell, if he wins, gets to
Is this the fourth and
450.
final
That's
set? It
probably
is,
going to
so
be.
This is a big set for some of these guys.
Yeah, I don't know if Russell has a chance even if he wins the set. I think this is all on Chris Hall here for the chance to win.
That's a big ball down the middle.
Chris
Chris
absolutely
hit
goes
one
to
right down the gut.
I'm guessing that ball is probably in the close to the 350 range.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
good
you can
bounce.
get that.
Kicked a little to the left too. Had some good hops to it.
I don't
See
think
here.
even you can hit one that far, Chief.
I can't.
I thought your wife told you to get rid of that beard.
My wife did tell me to get rid of the beard. That's why it's kind of still hanging on.
You're just a spiteful human being.
I'm not
huh?
a spiteful human being. It's the first time I ever had a beard, and so I'm enjoying it for a little bit. I might surprise her and cut it off when we go to the beach next week.
Yeah,
you
or else
know.
you're gonna have brutal tan lines. You can't go to the beach with a beard because the second you trim it,
Well,
then you have this like
I'm also going to
white
the beach with a gut, so I
sunscreen
mean,
look.
what does that matter?
with a gut. No,
Yeah.
you don't. This
I mean, I have
this
two-
dude's
I have
absolutely
4
shredded.
abs for the bottom one. That's a good ball right down the middle.
Wow, 347 is that first ball.
340,
By Chris Hall.
yeah.
My guess was 350.
You were a little off,
I
but
was a little off. I was 3 yards off. I mean, think about the percentage though. 350 yards being off by 3.
you're still off.
That's
Russell
less than
Sconyers got one on the
1%.
board at
I was
311.
I was 99.3% accurate. That's pretty freaking good. I'm like a machine. Russell just hit one of those ones you
Oh,
want to
that's
forget
another
about.
good ball right there by Chris Hall. That's a really good ball by Troy right there too.
So
Both of them
Chris
down
Hall
the
hit
middle.
the
Let's
grid.
see.
Troy hit the grid on those two. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
good-
know
good
if Troy's
bounce
gonna
by
catch a
Troy.
347 ball.
Troy just got a really good bounce right down the middle. That might be a big ball.
What's Troy's point total here? I'm not seeing it. He's kind of skipped the number 6 mark. So Troy must be at the number 6 mark.
Another ball by Troy. I don't think this one's going to cut back. It's hanging out to the left. Oh, it did cut back. Little kick to the left. It might be a little OB.
Okay, so we only have one ball on the board for Troy, and it's his first OB ball. So
We're waiting to get, I think, a number because that one, his 4th ball was right down the middle. So he's going to have a number. They're both on their last ball right here.
oh,
Let's see
there it
what they
is.
do.
Troy 341. God, that's close. So Troy really stepped up and hit a really good ball. It's just going to be 6 yards shy of Chris. Chris Hall.
That was a
just-
pretty good set right there.
That was
Pretty good
fun to
group.
watch. That was fun to watch. And Russell with a 311 ball. So Russell's eliminated. Pretty good showing for him. He hit some good balls. Chris will move through. Chris Hall, that'll put him to 500 points. That should be enough for him. Then we got Zach Adams coming up here. And he's pretty much good to
I
go.
gotta tell
at
you
this
one
point. He's
thing.
already at 500.
Zach Adams, that's the energy I need in life daily.
Well, I was saying earlier, it's all about speed, and whether you look at it as the drug speed, which I'm still trying to figure out what that is specifically,
Yeah.
or just speed through the hitting zone. Either way, it's about.
Either way, I mean,
I think
but
he's got both.
the
I think he's got
energy he
both.
brings, that's what this is about.
Do you know what
It's
speed is?
awesome. Do I know what speed is? Like the drug speed?
Yeah, what is it?
I
Is
don't
that
know. It's kind of like
is that meth?
it's meth and Adderall mix, I guess.
Oh, it is. Right.
It's got to be something
That's,
like
that's the
meth.
classic combo.
meth, Adderall, caffeine. I think
Right, it's
all
some
the-
combination
it's
of
some
those 3
weird
things.
combination. I mean, I'm no scientist.
You're not?
I mean,
Have we ever had an actual scientist? Well, I guess a doctor is technically a scientist. Have we ever had a doctor or a scientist participate in long drive? So you and I don't know anything because we're new to the sport.
yeah, we're new to the sport, and I'm from South Alabama, so I don't know much about anything, anyways. But
Yeah, you're just a hillbilly.
just a hillbilly, just a redneck from
Think
South
about how funny
Alabama.
this is right now that you and I they're trusting you and I, a
They're
couple
trusting-
of morons
they're
with no
trusting-
experience to
To
talk
run
into a microphone.
to run the show right now, and I think we're doing a pretty good job because neither one of us have a filter, and neither one of us have cussed yet.
Right.
So that is, I think it's a win
Yeah,
already.
I think I said damn earlier and hell. Those
See,
are fine.
And I mean, yeah,
Like,
those are fine. No-
PBS even allows those now,
okay. I mean,
right? How's PBS doing these days? Public broadcast station. I used to watch like Arthur and stuff. Is that
Yeah.
even still in existence, or
I
is
don't
that
know.
shut down because all the streaming apps are
I
just
think
taking over.
I think the streaming options take it down. Now this is going to be a fun group
All
right here with
we
David
go.
Mobley,
Let's get
Zach
to it
Adams,
here.
and
This is
EJ.
probably the best. This is no, not probably. This is the best 3 hitters. that
EJ
we've
just
had.
hits a ball. It's going to hang on to the right. Let's see. Zach Adams pushed it left.
So EJ, I believe, hit one in the grid down the right side, a pretty solid ball.
Oh,
Dave
Mobley hits one right down the middle
nukes
to
one
start
down
his
the middle.
set.
So
I'm
we got-
guessing that's going to be 330, 340 just to start his set. Now we'll see Mobley really get to work
Yeah.
here.
So we
Zach
got,
Adams getting ready for his second ball.
so we got EJ and Dave both with balls in play.
Zach hit a good, just pulled it to the left. Let's go. Mobley's getting ready for his second one. Hey, you couldn't ask for a better weather day.
Dave Mobley's going to miss that one left.
He's going to pull it off to the left.
You couldn't ask for a better weather day.
Yeah. It's
What
beautiful
are you
outside.
on?
It's
It's
beautiful.
1,000,000 degrees. You literally, so you're saying you literally could, oh, he loves that Zach Adams. Did you like that or you did not like
He
that?
liked it, but it didn't come back. He hit it over the tower.
So you're telling me you literally could not ask for a better weather day.
I love this weather. I'm a hot weather guy.
Well, yeah, you're from Alabama.
Yeah.
It's like,
Now,
okay,
if it
I
once
forgot
it gets
about
below 70 degrees, I'm out.
that. Hillbillies like it
Oh,
hot.
Let's see here. Mobley
EJ
rips
like
one.
that one. Dave Mobley.
Mobley's
going
to
to
push that one out to right. Zach
Oh,
Adams
baby, Zach
crushed
Adams
it. Is
got
that
it down
gonna
the
hang
right
on?
side. That's definitely staying in the grid. So, as expected, as advertised, this group of 3 hitters was going to
Oh, we
provide some
got
entertainment
Mobley right
for
now at
us.
335 and EJ at 344.
Anybody can win this set, dude.
Yes.
Hey, Russell.
Thank you. We just got told we were too sexy for the mics. I don't know. I wish y'all
That's
had a
why they
video of
don't
this
put the
because Bobby
cameras
just
on
took
us.
his shirt off. Is it possible? Zach Adams
Oh,
just
baby,
crushed
back-to-back
one.
nuked balls.
Mobley
Dave
did as
Mobley
well,
nuked
right
his
down the
too.
middle. Let's
This
see where
is
these
gonna
balls
be
land.
fun. This is going to
They
be really
the balls
fun to see
almost
what's
landed
going on here.
together.
Okay. So
Waiting for
remember,
those two
Dave
numbers to
Mobley's
come back.
in. He doesn't need this. EJ Mcdonald and Zach Adams could really do with a set win here. I mean, we may end up having a playoff when it's all said and done.
Mobley with another
Mobley
one, just right down
God,
the
he
gut.
hits it well.
He's just a ball striker, is what Mobley does. You can draw a line all the way down the grid, and he's going to hit it
How
right
good
down
do
the
you think
line.
Dave Mobley is in a scramble?
He doesn't even look like he's breathing hard.
By the way, the only time I play golf is scrambles now. I don't.
Yeah.
My own ball is too stressful for me.
Yeah, I can't putt.
What do you think about his wool, Zach Adams wool pants?
So are those Dockers? Are those old? Or does he have pleats?
He's had those for longer than I've been alive. I'd bet.
Let's see
money
what the
on it.
final numbers are going to be here. Zach Adams with a 345.
Wow, what an
What
unbelievable
a set.
Are they going to measure that?
345,
They might
EJ
measure that.
344, and Dave Mobley
They might
335.
measure the fact that Dave Mobley lost that set just shows how competitive it was between those 3 good hitters.
That was a fun set to watch. That was very fun.
So Dave Mobley is going to sit at 650 points. He's in. Zach Adams in. Okay, so we're all done. We're all done here. So we got Chris Hall, EJ Mcdonald, Dave Mobley, and Zach Adams. And I don't think we could have asked for maybe a better set of 4 hitters based on what we've seen today. Those 4 are all hitting it really solid. Their flight's all been consistent. And I don't know about you. Do you think anybody can win this?
Anybody can win this.
Literally, any one of these 4. Can
Literally
win this.
any one of these 4 can win it. I mean, they're all hitting great balls. They're all hitting the ball on the grid.
So Zach Adams has the long of the day with 362. So based on that, he's got the highest ceiling.
Who's that now?
Zach Adams.
Yes.
So the 362 ball. So if Zach Adams hits his best ball, that might be tough to catch. And we got all 3 of the rest of those guys are all between 344 and 349.
All 4 of them though are as well. They put it in the grid as well, so it's going to be a fun final watching these 4.
Yeah,
put
I
the ball
wouldn't
on the
put money
grid.
on it. I wouldn't put money on anybody.
I wouldn't either. If I were to put money, I think just out of experience, it's tough because out of experience you go with David Mobley just because he is. But Zach Adams just brings it. You can't. Zach Adams, you can expect a big ball out of him in one of these. You could get it. He could push one to 365. That'd be tough to beat right now.
Remember Tyler Hansborough played college basketball. They called him Psycho T.
Yes.
I call Zach Psycho Z.
Psycho Z because his name's Zach.
Well, his name's Zach, and
Yeah.
he's Psycho. And
Yeah.
Psycho in the best way possible, by the way. I'm not insulting him. This is long drive here.
Yeah. No,
It's about yelling and screaming and ripping balls.
Psycho and long drive good compliment. That's a compliment.
Right,
I
you don't
want
want to be gentle, Z.
No.
If your
Gentle,
nickname
Z,
is
you're not making it
gentle
to the Final
something,
Four.
although Dave Mobley's kind of gentle about the way he goes
Dave
through
Mobley,
and just
though,
rips balls, it's nice and smooth.
He's a mental assassin, though. It's the way he does it. Like, he's very strategic. But he knows what he's doing. I mean, that guy's been doing it for so long. Good luck.
So somebody just asked, Scott Kennedy said, where's Jamie Carr on the scoring? Where 1, 2, 3, 4. So Jamie Carr finished 5th, and I don't know why he's not on the scoring, but Jamie Carr just missed those top 4 spots, unfortunately. Okay. He battled. It just comes down to a few yards here and there. Have you ever been told you were gentle?
No, but I'm looking at Josh Koch right now. Come here, Josh, real quick. He's walking away. He hit a 4 back-to-back sets, 496, 493 last week, or in Denver.
Was it in the 490s?
He hit 496 and 493 back-to-back sets. He went full psycho mode.
That's not even that good.
I mean,
talk to me when he hits the 500 mark.
And we're the two on the mic.
Oh, baby. Chris McLean, yes. Carr was 5th. I don't know why the 5th spot's not showing up. Hold on a sec. I got to take a selfie with this idiot.
We're posting it on Instagram so people know we're live.
All right. So we got the top 4 as specified, and I think not necessarily the best 4, but the 4 that hit the ball the best. Oh, here we go. Okay, little change of events here, and I'm sorry if your scoreboard's not up to date. So we have Chris Hall, we have Jamie Carr, and it's a 2-man playoff for that 4th spot. So they both sit at 400 points. So I apologize for dropping an early conclusion and assuming Chris was that 4th spot. Okay. So we got a 6-ball playoff. Normal set between these two guys.
All right, and here we go. They're both walking up to their first ball.
Chris Hall, Jamie Carr. Either one of these guys can win this set with the right ball.
Ball by Chris right
Hall.
down the gut.
Chris, great ball, man. Chris just absolutely
great ball by
roasted
Chris
it right down the middle. So it
That's
puts
a good start right
a
there.
massive amount of pressure on Jamie right here.
Yes, it does. You're fully correct.
It's almost, the pressure is almost as massive as his calves.
He does have some good calves. Let's see, second ball right here.
I don't really like Jamie. It makes me self-conscious about myself. Oh, he misses
it a
that
little
one
bit.
left, quick left.
Chris Hall's getting ready for his second ball right now.
I think Chris Hall put his arm up after that first ball. I think he might have thought that might be enough.
I pushed it off.
So Chris Hall, we don't have the scoring up, but I'm going to guess that ball he hit was in the 340 range. Never saw it.
Low out. I think he's got a little pressure since Chris put the first ball on the grid. You got to be feeling it. Chris Hall pushed another one to the right, but he still got that first one on the grid, so he kind of knows he's okay right now.
Is there a better feeling than nuking one down the middle on the first ball?
I haven't had that feeling yet. I'll let you know when I get there.
You've never hit the grid on your first one? I know you probably have at some point.
I probably have. I get blacked out and don't know what's going on.
Oh, right. It's like Will Ferrell in Old School. Remember
Chris Hall hits one. It's going to hover the left side. That's going to stay in. It's coming back a little bit. So he's got 2 in the grid right now.
I think Chris Hall's
That's a good.
first ball was
bounce a little to the left. That stayed in though. I think Chris's first ball is
his
good.
First ball. I mean, I don't know if Jamie can catch it or not. I'm sure he can. If he just absolutely nukes one. He mishit that one.
Mishit that one. So he's got one. He doesn't have a ball in play yet with one ball.
I'll tell you what, I love Chris's golf swing. It's very fluid. It's athletic. It's on plane. He likes to hit these high 3 to 5 yard draws.
So here's his last ball. He doesn't have one on the grid yet. So this one's got to find the grid or just cut one loose right here to. Chris Hall has to be feeling pretty good right now with 2 on the grid.
Would you say your swing plane is the same as Chris's?
Oh, that's a big ball. He clutched up on the last ball.
Baby.
Right down the middle. This is going to be close. That's a clutch ball on the last
Oh,
one. Good bounce,
man.
too, right down the middle.
Uh-oh.
This could get interesting, folks.
Jamie Carr.
Last ball puts it right down the middle with a good bounce. This could get interesting. We're going to have to wait to see what those numbers
I can't
are.
call it. I can't call this. I think it's going to be within 10 for sure.
I think Jamie's last ball might have did it. I really do. That bounce I saw down the middle, I think he might have.
Yeah,
he might have got it.
I don't know what
Let's see
Jamie's
the
long
numbers.
ball of the day is. I'm not seeing him on the scoreboard for some reason. But that whatever his long ball was might be in jeopardy by that last ball he hit.
And Jamie Carr's last ball does it at 320.
Wow.
He clutched up on the last ball and put one right down
Man,
the middle.
I can't believe Chris's first ball was only 3.
I don't believe that. That's tough. I thought he got it after it a little bit more. Must have hit a little soft spot in the
What is
grid.
that? That's a 2-iron for you, right?
I don't have a 2-iron. I hit your 2-iron that
Yeah,
day.
you're nuking it. I thought
Nuking
you were
it.
gonna steal it.
That's the only reason I invited you to Dallas.
What kind of a long drive guy has hybrids? What are you, an idiot?
I just don't like looking down at irons. Like, I like the hybrid look.
You do?
Yes,
Okay, see, I'm the
it's more of a
complete
look
opposite.
for me.
That surprises me with you being a little bit overplaying, if you will. Normally, guys like you prefer irons because you can hit down on them a little harder. So I'm
No,
surprised you don't overspin those hybrids. That's what I do.
well, I mean, I overspin everything, correct, but I also have 6-iron through gap wedge, and that's it. I don't have a 5, 4,
We're gonna
3.
get you onto the 2-iron.
We're not getting me a 2-iron. I'm staying with the hybrids.
Yeah, that was good.
I'm staying with the hybrids and a driver. The 2-iron was fun to hit. I just don't, I just don't need it.
You're dead to me. I don't really respect people that don't have 2 irons in the bag.
All right, well, you can retract my Dallas invite.
All right, here we go. We got the top 4 is Jamie Carr after that stellar playoff performance. I mean, I cannot stress enough how clutch that 6th ball was. He was out of play and needed a big ball, and he delivered. And that's got to feel good for him. We got E.J. Mcdonald. He has been just absolutely roasting the ball. I bet you he's been averaging 3 or 4 balls in play over his last couple sets. Dave Mobley, obviously, we know he's consistent. He's always going to, be in the grid. He's going to always hit him out there at least in the 330-plus range, so he's always going to be tough to beat. And then we got Zach Adams, as I said earlier, has the highest ceiling out of all these guys based on the numbers
Based on
we've
numbers
seen so far.
themselves, yes.
So 362 is the long of the day, and Zach Adams has that. And it's not the long by a small margin. I mean, that's 17 yards longer than any ball hit.
100%, but it's also very hard to count out David Mobley in any event just because the experience he brings to. I mean, a Final Four to him is just another Tuesday afternoon at the golf course for him. Nerves and nothing gets him. He's going to put balls in the grid and hoping, other people make the mistake. But like you said, Zach Adams, he definitely has the juice to, for sure, take it if he gets after one.
It's going to be interesting. Let's just put it that way.
It will be.
I will say this, in my opinion, my humble opinion, if Zach Adams hits his best ball, I don't think anybody can catch him.
No, you're 100%
Not right
correct.
now, not today.
Right now,
he's
not
swinging
today.
It well. He's fired up. He's got that advantage, if you will, in terms of the Psycho department.
Yes,
And I think Psycho Z is the guy to beat.
100%.
So we'll see what happens. Is that weird for me to say that Dave Mobley's not the guy to beat?
No, sir. Just type in.
We're going to take a quick break until we get this top 4 started. So
PLDA instead of PLDA.
go get yourself some cookies and milk and snacks or whatever you got to do, and should be back at it here in the next few minutes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I got fooled by the
Yeah,
logo.
I know, because the Australia one's the same logo. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So trying to tag you guys, but I was like, I didn't think it's Australian.
And here we go. Zach Adams just did his pre-Yale routine.
I made false promises. I told everybody they'd have time to go get some cookies and milk, but
I mean, it depends on how quick you can drink milk and cookies. I mean, they had a chance.
they probably
They did a
they
very
might
quick one.
they still, if they hurry back to the.
And here
To the
comes Mobley
monitor.
walking up.
I was gonna say back to the TV, but I'm sure some people
And
are watching on their
Mobley's
phone.
getting a
or
little
their-
yell going. His friendly yell back to Adams.
Yeah, this is going to be fun.
This is going to be a fun set here, fellas.
Psycho Z in slot 1, Dave Mobley with some sweat stains going on the khaki shorts there in
There's
slot
nothing
2.
wrong with sweat stains.
I didn't say there was.
Okay,
I just,
okay.
I don't know if the lighting is good enough and the angle is good enough for everybody watching at home to see his sweat stains. My job is to give people a mental picture of what's going on here. So I got to make sure I include that. Then we got EJ Mcdonald in slot 3. He's really hitting it well right now. And then Jamie Carr
All right, the grid is
in slot 4.
Grid is clear, Bobby. Let's get it rolling right here.
This is going to be awesome.
This is going to be an awesome set.
You watch these right 2 guys. I'll watch the 2 guys on the left.
It's tough for me to pay attention when Zach Adams over here yelling. I'm just going to
That's
watch
true.
them all.
EJ goes
We got
left.
2 balls left now.
Jamie goes left.
Zach Adams crushes one.
Zach Adams has got to
Is it
get
gonna
a
hang
friendly
on?
bounce. I think that's going to
gets the
stay
bounce
in
right,
on the
he
left
goes
side.
Mobley's
Mobley
gonna
goes
be
left.
OB left.
I think Zach Adams' first ball is going to stay in the grid on the left side, and he's the only one to hit a ball in play if that's the case.
EJ
EJ misses right.
misses it up. Let's see here. All right, we got a ball right down the middle of the grid now.
Oh, EJ's ball actually stayed in. It's not going to be very long, but he's got one in the grid. EJ with the I'm sorry, this score is not updated.
Mobley right down the middle.
Dave
That's
Mobley
a good
just
ball.
absolutely
EJ,
used
another
one.
ball down the. It's going to hover to the right side. Let's see where that ball lands.
Where'd Jamie go? You missed that one.
Jamie missed that one right. Jamie has one down the middle. I don't know the yardage, but he has one down the middle.
Zach doesn't like that one there.
Let's
Zach
see.
hits without gloves on. You think
That
he
is
could do
unbelievable. I cannot hit without gloves on. Hands get too
When
sweaty.
you played baseball, I'm guessing you used batting gloves.
I was a batting glove
how
guy.
how do people go without them?
I don't know. I
I was
honestly don't know.
I was asking Landon that earlier.
We got 2 other balls. OB left. Let's see Zach Adams now.
Zach Adams misses left.
Misses left.
We're not getting any scores up yet. I do
We're
think
not seeing much
I
right
do
now. I mean,
think
we're
that
seeing.
Psycho Z, aka Zach
If
Adams. I
Zach
do
Adams
think
gets
that
a hold,
he
he's
hit
got
the
2
first ball
balls
in play.
left. They all have 2 balls left. EJ now one right down
All
the
right,
middle.
so
That ball's
EJ's
good.
in
He
play.
likes it. That's going to be in the grid down the middle. Mobley is down the middle. That ball is hammered. Let's see Mobley's bounce. He's right down the middle, a little bit to the right side. Mobley got it. Little.
I would say that's a sub-average bounce there.
Zach Adams didn't like that one
I
either.
think Zach Adams, I believe, has a ball in play. Dave Mobley has about 20 balls in
Oh,
play.
and Mobley another one
Make it
right down the middle.
21.
I mean, you could draw a string with Mobley's balls and just drop
Yeah.
them out there. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's just a ball striker.
Fun to watch. Fun to watch.
Very fun to watch. EJ rips a
EJ
cut
cuts it.
back.
That needs a
That's
big
going
bounce.
to be in the grid. If that gets a good bounce to the right, he could. Let's see that bounce. Zach Adams loves it. I don't know if that ball's going to hang on. It's going down the right side. He loves it, though. I lost that blue ball. I couldn't tell. It's
I
going to be
couldn't
close.
tell
It's
either.
going to be within 5 yards of the right side of the grid.
I got to be honest with you. I have no clue. I'm not
I
going to
tell
be
you,
surprised.
that was a good round. The last 2 balls for each competitor really turned up. They really started feeling the last 2 balls, and all of them put in some good swings those last 2. So let's wait on these numbers and see what we got here.
So Jamie hit a couple good ones in play.
Jamie had one in play for sure. It's right down the middle. It's the second ball. Mobley had 12 balls in play, I think, out of 6, something crazy like
12
that.
out of 6. I think that's
Yeah.
a new record.
It is a new record, new PLDA record.
I have a proposition.
Yes.
If you have 2 balls that are touching in the grid, automatically add 10 yards to your total. What do you think about that?
I like that.
Physically touching,
Physically touching.
which is a 1 in a million.
And if
chance,
you have
but
6 balls all touching, you
what do
automatically
you
win
get,
the event.
President of the United States.
I mean, no, because that's too easy right now. I mean, let's be honest. Anybody can do what they're doing right,
Right.
now. But no, I think if you have all 6 touching, you automatically win. I mean, that's just grouping.
I would agree.
Yes,
I think you just shut it down and you just say, okay.
Mitch Doblin, I like that. He said every time he sees Mobley swing,
Got the
he hits,
results coming
better
in
the
here,
charity
folks.
events. I wish I could hit like either one of you two.
3 balls
We had
at
3 balls at
337.
337. Wow.
And what was the 4th ball?
I'm guessing not
You
337.
think it was more or you think it was
I think it
less?
was good
We have no
call.
idea.
No idea. That is a very good call, Bobby.
Can you beatbox? Wow, I'm going to try saying that again. Can you beatbox?
I cannot beatbox.
They don't do that kind of stuff in Alabama, do they?
That's frowned upon.
What do you guys do in Alabama? Just like sit on the back porch and chew tobacco or something? I don't even know. What do you guys do there?
I mean,
I've driven through a couple times. You guys watch football and
I mean, yeah. I mean, well, football's huge in Alabama, of course. Alabama. I mean, come on. Then you have a little sister school. I think it's like Auburn or something. They try to play football in the state, but they're always living in the shadow. I think that's the name of the school, Auburn. Or no, it's West. Wait, yeah, it's West Georgia Institute or something like
Right.
that. They call themselves Auburn. Nobody really knows or cares. All right, here we go. David Mobley, 349.
wow. Okay, so Dave Mobley with a 349 ball, and now we're gonna have a three-way playoff, I believe, for that second spot.
So we got a two-man playoff to go to the top two.
It's only two,
yeah.
so that third ball
So,
must have been a little shy.
It was a little
37.
shy. So now they got one round,
Psycho
6 balls.
Z.
Longest ball goes to the final against David Mobley.
Psycho Z and EJ McDonald.
They're going 3 balls. I'm sorry, they have changed it now to 3 balls.
Is it really?
Yes. Nope. Now Rody's back said never mind 6 balls.
No, let's do 6
I
better.
like 6.
Why? Let's not mess with what works.
Yeah. Stay with what works. Now this is gonna be fun right here because, like you said, if Zach Adams gets a hold of one, he's tough to beat. You know, last set he was pushing him a little bit everywhere, got one out there, but wasn't
Yeah.
his favorite.
No, he didn't. He didn't yell after any of them.
No. There. Okay.
There we
There.
go.
I don't know if y'all could hear that, folks.
Yeah,
but
can you
Zach Adams is
Answer
back.
me.
He is
Answer me
yelling.
this, guys. I'm asking you guys listening. Please, somebody answer. Can you hear Zach Adams, aka Psycho Z? Can you hear him yelling into our microphone, or is it a little bit too faint? Brad DeBoard, thanks, man. Got her done.
It's exciting.
This is really exciting, guys.
So we have a playoff right here with EJ and Zach. The winner goes to the championship to face Mobley. So let's see how this goes right here. The grid is clear. Let's go, Bobby. Yeah, it is crazy Zach Adams doesn't wear gloves. EJ's first ball, can't see. Looks like he's going to hang on. Zach Adams, OB, first ball left.
I think EJ's ball is left too.
Was it? I couldn't see once it got going. That orange ball is tough for me to see. EJ, he's got a cut. It's coming back in the grid. So EJ does have one on the grid right now.
All
Good
right.
bounce, too. Kick to the right. Good bounce. Zach
Zach
Adams
Adams
crushes
absolutely
one.
hammered one. He needs a good bounce.
He needs he's
It's
gotta
going to
have a
be
good bounce.
on the
He's hanging
line.
on. OB
Oh
left. That
man,
ball just
he
went OB
absolutely
left.
that was a
He
winner.
loved it, too.
That was a winner if that
Yep,
stays in.
He loved it. EJ, another
EJ,
ball right down
okay.
the middle.
So there's a little pressure brewing here for Psycho Z because he's got nothing in the grid yet.
He's got one on
That
the grid
one,
now. That ball might be a winner.
Stay
let's
in
check
there.
the
God,
bounce.
it's going to be close.
Check the bounce. That ball's going
Yep.
to stay in. Good bounce.
Okay, but I don't. That one.
Oh, and it hovered to the left. That has had a little
It's
early.
in. It's in. It's in. They signaled in. They signaled
in.
EJ, another ball down the right side. That's going to need a friendly kick,
That's going to leak off to the
and he does not get it.
Zach Adams pushes
Zach
one
Ad-
to the right as
I
well.
think Zach Adams, that ball that was close, I think it stayed in. I think I saw one of the volunteers down there signal in play.
I'm glad you saw that.
He's got 2 balls left for Zach Adams.
EJ
misses left.
misses left. Zach misses right.
So
They each have 1 ball left. We don't
have the numbers.
have any numbers. They each have 1 ball left. So let's see. They both do have. Well, we think they both have one on the grid. We think Zach has one on the grid.
Well,
We
I
know
know
EJ does.
EJ has at least
know
2.
EJ has at least 2 on the grid. We don't know about Zach. It's very close.
It's 50-50 for that ball
50-50.
by Zach. I think it's in.
And EJ's got another ball on the
Okay.
grid, right down the middle. Played that cut
Is
perfectly.
EJ done? Was that his last ball?
That is his last ball.
Okay.
Cut right down the middle. Good bounce.
Zach
Hard
Adams.
bounce.
Zach Adams needs
Zach
a big
Adams
ball
needs
here.
a big ball. Oh, he just got to stay in this leaking to the right.
That's
That's
out of
gonna be
bounds.
OB. Yep.
That's in the trees.
We're gonna have to wait and see. Yep. We're gonna have to wait and see.
Oh,
on that One.
shit.
He just hit the cart.
Did you see that bounce?
Sorry about the language. I just heard an S bomb.
Is my grandma listening? Sorry, Grandma.
Sorry. But
Hey, Grandma.
we're going to see if that Zach Adams ball stayed in. It's going to be close.
Look at this guy's hair back there. You know that guy? God, that's nice. You get that permed?
Let's see. There, Zach Adams is staying on the tee box as if he's won. Let's see here, waiting for a final result. Why Zach Adams is crushing a Red Bull? You gotta love that guy. Doesn't stop.
Was he really? Was Zach Adams just drinking a Red Bull?
Okay. Yeah. 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 Zach
Wow.
Adams pulled it off. That ball stayed in play. That was a good ball. Good call, Bobby, by seeing the volunteer signal in play. Love it.
Would
Now,
you say I'm good at this or I'm great at this?
I'll give you great. You know,
Really?
you have
Wow.
the face for this. I know they can't
I have
see
the
it.
face for radio.
Yeah, you have the face
Thank
for
you.
radio.
That's great. I
You're
always
welcome.
dreamed of having a radio face.
Perfect.
So, Zach Adams with a 343 ball in that playoff. That won the set over EJ by, I think, 8 or 9 yards. And we got a couple big dogs here.
So right now we got a rematch from the Denver final right now with David Mobley and Zach Adams. There, guys, please tell us you heard that on the mic with Zach Adams yelling. He's getting fully
Psycho
prepared.
Z.
And
He's in
let
it.
me clear this up. This is the rematch from Denver where David Mobley won on the last ball.
Did he really?
He won on the last ball, hurt his shoulder a little bit too, and it's good to see him back out here. He's good to be here. But yeah, this is a rematch of the final two.
Would you say we have a match between Psycho Z and Sweaty McGee?
No, I don't want to do that to Mobley. I would say Psycho Z and Calm. Look how calm he is.
And Calm what?
Calm D. You know,
Calm D.
yeah. You know, I don't want
What
to.
I thought we said that
I'm a
being
bad-
calm and gentle is not a compliment.
But
in
he's.
this
I
sport.
told you, he's like a mental assassin. Like he's a calm assassin.
I'm sticking with Psycho Z versus Sweaty McGee here. And there's no disrespect to Dave Mobley for being sweaty because I'm one of the sweatiest people alive. I got some hyperhidrosis issues.
Yeah. You want to get down here? Get down here, get some numbers for him? Yeah. So we got the right now. Grit and Bobby are making our way down to the bottom so we can list the numbers here.
All right, music here. All right. All right, couple bad balls there to start for these guys. Out of play. All right, Zach Adams, OB right.
Be fun guy.
Dave Mobley's going to miss that one just left. Let me tell you guys, it's hey, he wants to see your hand. I think is everybody OB? Okay, no balls in play yet.
Been hitting it higher in the previous rounds, but for some reason I don't know if he's trying to get a low runner. But these last 3 swings have all been lower.
Dave Mobley
launch.
misses left. Man, I'll tell you what, it's so much louder when you're 10 feet away. Zach Adams absolutely rips one. So nobody has a ball in play yet. Each guy, Dave and Zach. Okay, no balls in play. Both guys have 2 balls left. Dave Mobley misses right. So each player's got 1 ball
No
to try to
balls
get
are-
one in play. A ball in play might win it no matter what the yardage is here. 6th and final ball for both guys. Dave Mobley won it right down the middle.
Mobley
by Dave Mobley.
Zach
All it
Adams
took
went
was
OB.
one.
Again, coming through. That's an interesting set. You know,
I was not expecting an 0 for 10 start.
304 is your winner.
Dave
But he
Mobley
knew-
knew all he had to do was keep it in play. Exactly.
Congratulations, Dave Mobley. No, that's what professionals do right there. He knew he just needed a ball in play. It's crazy.
Great performance by Dave Mobley. Just did just enough to get through.
.25-mile-an-hour club head speed right now. I've been wrestling to manage it, and after that first couple of balls in that last set, it was hurting. It was just a matter of just trying to get lucky, and I guess I did. I can't believe I won. I really can't believe I won.
What with your balls and the fly?
In that 120 to 125 club head speed, I can make solid contact, and that's all I tried to do all day. And then when I tried to step it up there in the round of 4, I bumped it up and I felt comfortable. But in that final round, I pushed it too far. It couldn't hold up to it. So unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to show off. I love these fast grids, man. That's why I work them, but I couldn't do it today.
Well, we'd like to congratulate not only you, but Zach Adams as well and the other competitors. Thank you, David. That trophy, you're just stacking them deep right now, stacking them to the ceiling. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're going to take a short break. We'll be back here in about half an hour, 45 minutes.
All right, folks, I appreciate everyone tuning in. That's going to do it for our senior division here in Memphis. Stay tuned. We're going to pick it back up around probably around 1:30-ish Central Time, so that'd be 2:30 Eastern Time. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.